Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, November 9th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ORIONNWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Maryland Terrapins versus the #1 Oregon Ducks. Kickoff is going to be here in just a couple minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get right into the action. Go Ducks. Oh, baby, let's go. And I am ready. Let's go. And a lot of upsets today. You know, Indiana is only up by 5 on Michigan, but Georgia goes down today. Miami goes down today. So, again, #4 Miami loses to Georgia Tech 28-23. They go down in the rankings. The #3 team in the country, Georgia, goes down to Ole Miss 25-10 with 2 minutes to go. I'll tell you one thing, the Oregon Ducks are not fucking losing today, and maybe this is our year to be able to hold up the chip and get the natty, but we still got to take care of business against Maryland. We got to take business against Wisconsin, and then the Huskies, the Big Ten championship, and then we'll see how we do in the playoff picture. Let's go. And on the left, for the Maryland Terrapins, the junior, 6'4", 219 pounds from Springfield, Virginia, Billy Edwards Jr. And on the right, a senior, 6 foot, 200 pounds from Miliana, Hawaii, Dylan Gabriel. Let's go, baby. I'm ready to go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. I got the Michigan and Indiana game on right now. Got 1:41 left, but I'm not sure if Michigan is going to be able to come back down by 5. I would assume Indiana is going to win this game. Big throw deep here on Michigan and just couldn't come down with it. Let's go. Matt in the building, what's good? Cole in the building, what's good? Stewart in the building, what's good? Let's go, baby. But a little shocking, you know, that Miami went down to an unranked opponent. You know, Georgia goes down to a ranked opponent. But I don't think anyone anticipated Georgia only putting up 10. So I don't know what's in the air this year in college football. But what I do know, it's definitely up for grabs. You know, we know that Saban is retired. So Alabama is still good, but they're not elite, right? Georgia. You know, obviously, you know, we would assume they're still a decent team, but not as strong as in the years past where they were going to go to the Natty and they were going to win it all with them in Alabama, right? Kirby Smart is still there, but they're not as strong this year. Michigan lost Harbaugh. They're nowhere near being the Natty championship team from last year, and it shows. And even Ohio State, you know, they might have won today, but they still feel like they're beatable. You know, we ended up beating them by 1, but I'm not really sure how it's all going to play out. If we're going to get an Oregon-Ohio State Big Ten championship, and maybe we get an Oregon-Ohio State natty, I would definitely be down for that. But again, we just got to be able to put our head down, take care of business, not be like Miami, not be like Georgia, take care of business, regardless if it's a ranked opponent or an unranked opponent. Maryland, Wisconsin, Washington, Big Ten championship, college football playoff, and then hopefully we can be raising the trophy there at the end of the day. Indiana ends up getting the ball back, and I think Michigan lost their chance to be able to win the game. Big run by Indiana, and they are about to end up closing the game out. They haven't really played in a close game all year, and Indiana is the better team, and it looks like they're going to be able to get it done. They're up by 5, and they're only a couple yards away from a first down of ending Michigan, which they should. Right? There shouldn't be any reason Indiana loses to Michigan. Again, they played very good ball this year, and we only have a couple undefeated teams left. So I'm glad to see Indiana keep that tradition going. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I like that. I was hoping that the defensive ranks would be a little bit higher, you know, closer to the top 5, but Again, I ended up reading that article, obviously yesterday, and then saw a post this morning as well. 11th on offense, 11th in defense. We're the most consistent team in the country. Why not us? Let's go, baby. Here we go. Go Ducks. We got to get the gloves. I like the reflective numbers that Maryland's got as well on their logo on their helmets. Very cool. Let's go, baby. Yes, the Gary Bryant is very exciting. Absolutely. Nice job by Indiana there. Good tackle by the Ducks. And I love all these throwback unis that we've been implementing in this 2024 season. It just seems like every single week we're coming out with a showstopper of a uniform. But I will give Maryland some credit. These decals that they have on their helmet that are reflective with the Terps on the side, and then the colors that are reflective on the numbers. Very Oregon-like, and I kind of like it. 2nd down and 9 after a 1-yard gain. Shotgun set. Hand off again, short gain. Roman Hemby, 6-yarder. Yeah, big win for the Kraken last night against the Vegas Golden Knights. But yeah, a little bit of a disappointing loss with Iowa against UCLA. I will agree to that. 3rd down and 3. On the Maryland 32. Crowd is active. Shotgun set. Edwards. Floater incomplete. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We're going to be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and obviously 100 in the donos on every single stream. So if you're just tuning in and haven't watched any college football, today, lots of big upsets. Miami goes down at number 4, right? Number 3, Georgia goes down. Oregon will not lose this game. But again, it definitely feels wide open here in college football in 2024, maybe for the very first time ever. Not only because we have a 12-man college football playoff, but it just feels like the college football game, as far as all the teams are concerned, it's a lot more even and up for grabs than ever. I mean, I can't remember a time where, Georgia and Alabama weren't favored to win it all. It's been a minute, right? And then we knew Michigan was a very, very good team that ran the ball, good defense with Harbaugh, and he's bringing those smash mouth mentality to the Chargers, and they look like they might end up getting a wild card this year with Herbert and company. So, again, it shows you if you can run the ball and play great defense, you're going to have a chance in every single game, not only on the NFL side, but on the college football side as well. Oh, fumble the snap. We got a little bit of a piece of the kicker as he went flailing in the air as well as the ball, but I don't think there will be a penalty on that. He kind of flopped. We'll take that. Flag on the play does come down, but I'm not really sure if you can call that on Oregon, but we'll see. Roughing the kicker, really? Wow. So they end up fumbling the snap, and, the punter freaks out, and obviously the Oregon players are there, and that was a little shocking, and shouldn't have really bumped him there, from the chest to obviously the shoulder. Should have went for more of the block. See, if he would have put his hands out and went for the block, maybe they don't call that. But since he didn't even put his hands up and kind of gave him a chest bump to the shoulder, that is the correct call. Tough luck there by the Oregon defense playing good D starting off. Maryland with the automatic first down. First replay, I thought, well, let's look at it again. And yes, it was a penalty. Screen pass by Edwards. Tackle him. We got to strip this football out. Strip sack, fumbles, pick sixes, fumbles for touchdowns, special teams touchdowns. Maryland is chirping. Calm down, Terps. We'll give Maryland a little love. Got a nice spinning logo for them. First down and 10. Shotgun set for Edwards. First down, Terps. Move the chains. Howard with the catch. Man, I'm really liking those reflective numbers and the decal there. I mean, we've seen some of Maryland's college football uniforms as well as their basketball team, and some of their combo of colors have been incredibly ugly. But I think that this jersey and helmet decal combo is one of the best I've ever seen from this team. Very cool. Under Armour doing them right. Shotgun set for Edwards, hands it off. Hemby, short game. We got Ole Miss up 28-10 with 16 seconds left. So Georgia, in fact, is going down. And Miami lost from the number 4 spot, 23-28 to unranked Georgia Tech. What a wild day here in college football. Shotgun set. Edwards, floater, going deep and complete. Good defense there by the Ducks. Third down and 7 on the Oregon 32. Yeah, I watched that Indiana game as well. But again, they should have beat Michigan. They haven't really played in a close game all year, and it's not like this is the Michigan team from last year. So if anything, that would have been surprising if Indiana would have lost to Michigan. Now, once they end up playing more of top tier talent, we'll see how they do. But again, I'm very interested to see how they develop, but you got to give them kudos. They normally aren't a very good football school, normally known a little bit more for college basketball. Good to see Indiana represent the Big Ten for another team other than Oregon that obviously just joined the Big Ten this year with an undefeated record. Who would have thought that Oregon and Indiana would be the undefeated teams, not Ohio State or Michigan or a Penn State? Pretty wild. First down and 10 for the Terps. Come on, Ducks. Ducks held them to a 4th down, but they fumbled the punt, and we ended up hitting them in the shoulder and got a roughing the kicker. So that's where we're at right now. Otherwise, we would have already had the ball and probably scored. Floater. Incomplete. Now, obviously, once the ball gets fumbled, you got to go up and block it. Don't just try to chest bump him right there. I think it kind of caught him off guard. But as they're showing the replay here, jump and go for the block. Don't, go for the shoulder. What do you think is going to happen? Of course, the guy's going to flop and fall down, and it's either going to be running into the kicker or roughing the kicker, which obviously his body went flailing like a Barbie doll, right? And it was the correct call. Just wish he would have put up his hands, and maybe we would have gotten a little bit less of a penalty. Good tackle by the Ducks. Little gangrene there. Third down. The real question is if Indiana matches up against Oregon. I mean, we'll have to see on how it all plays out in the Big Ten championship. How would they play? Would Indiana actually have a shot against Oregon? Would they play really, really well? Or would they end up getting smacked? We don't really know. I would assume Indiana would play good football, and they would have a chance to beat Oregon. I'll give them that. I feel that we're the better team, but if Indiana comes out strong, you're not undefeated for a reason, but we definitely want to be able to see them play a little bit better competition. How would they look against Ohio State? How would they look against Oregon? And then I guess that we could kind of figure out what we're looking at, based on the Indiana Hoosiers. 4th down and 3. But obviously Indiana looks like they're going to be in the college football playoff, so we're going to have to kind of wait and see, and we'll see if we end up getting, based on the rankings and, how it ends up playing out. If we end up getting an Indiana-Oregon, Big Ten championship, that would be something that I know people would look forward to, or if we get Ohio State and Oregon, however they decide to, line that up. 32-yarder by Maryland. 4th and 3, and there's a flag on the play. Cool kid in the building. What's good? Maybe a false start. Yeah, baby, false start. We love that. Bring it back 5, baby. But even if Indiana, ended up not being able to be on the same level as Oregon or Ohio State, who cares? They normally aren't a good football team. So, even if they are the third best team in the Big Ten, I don't think anyone's going to bitch and moan and cry about it. It's pretty cool to see a team that never gets recognition, it's not good, finally end up playing amazing football in 2024. Kick is up. Good. 3-0 Terps. I always like seeing new teams kind of, showcase the skill set. Obviously, kind of unfortunate that Miami, went down to Georgia Tech, but another kind of story similar to Indiana, not undefeated for Miami, but again, a good story with Cam Ward transferring from the Washington State, Cougs, and also getting Damian Martinez, Oregon State Beavers' best player at running back, but it just wasn't enough today. But cool seeing Miami, being as good as they were, in the, obviously the 80s, in the early 2000s with Ken Dorsey and company, Clinton Portis, McGahee, and then we obviously have seen, different generations of the U with different players over the years. But it's always kind of nice to be able to see someone, between Miami, Florida State, and Florida actually be relevant in the college football scene, because obviously we know Florida, not good, got smacked by Texas. Florida State, even fucking worse. So at least we got one football team in Florida out of those big three that is somewhat respectable. 3-0 Terrapins. All right, Ducks, our turn, baby. Let's go. All right, like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 10 within the first 30 minutes. We need 3 more. So about half of you in the room have smashed that like button already. If you have a chance, please do it. As soon as we get to 20, we'll hit the algorithm, and it'll give us a little bit of a boost in viewership. So if you can do that for me, that would be great. We got half of the people in the room that have done it. We're at 7. 3 more to go to 10. 13 more to go to 20. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, huge win. But again, that's what makes college football exciting. There's a lot of kind of garbage matchups in the college football season. Sometimes you'll get ranked versus ranked, and then every once in a while, an unranked team will beat a ranked team. But there wasn't really that many games circled this weekend that were kind of must-see TV. But again, the Indiana-Michigan game was good. Obviously, Georgia getting their ass kicked by Ole Miss. Ole Miss was at least ranked. They were 16th. And they ended up beating number 3 Georgia, so I know they're happy about that, but a little surprising, to say the least. Georgia only putting up a 10, so, it's most likely Georgia ain't going to be in the Natty this year. Kind of makes you wonder, who is going to be in the Natty this year? Obviously, Oregon looks like the best team in the country, the most consistent, top 11 in offense, top 11 in defense, but again, we could easily get beat in the college football playoff or in the Big Ten championship, but I definitely like our chances this year compared to anybody else. As long as we can stay healthy, we should be able to have a very, very good chance to be able to get there. And Dan Lanning is proving he's the best coach in college football in 2024, especially after those first 2 weeks. And to be able to turn this team around, fix those problems on the offensive line with the injuries, get these guys comfortable, get them motivated. And I don't think there's a better coach in college football this year to get his players motivated week in and week out in a different way than Dan Lanning. A lot of y'all saw on social media that they ended up, reaching out and being able to talk and see some old school footage of Coach K, with Duke and what motivated them. Watching Gladiator, thumbs down. And obviously they're going to have a new motivation this week as well. Passes dropped on the little bootleg play action, incomplete. But that's what a good coach does. He's going to get these guys, motivated, even though, a team like Maryland, most would think they have 0% chance of winning the game, but you got to get the most out of your players week in and week out. And I really appreciate Dan going above and beyond. And again, I haven't felt this way about a coach since Chip Kelly. Feels really special this year in 2024. 2nd down and 10, handoff up the gut. Good defense there by the Terps. Short game. Jordan James with a 3-yard gain. So in the Big Ten, do they do it based off 2 best records? Because like in the Pac-12, it used to be like the Pac-12 North and the Pac-12 South, right? And then the best team in the North would play the best team in the South. So how does it work in the Big Ten for the people that are fans there like Sarah? Are they just going to choose the 2 teams that have the best records? And that's who's going to play each other since the expansion of the teams, like the Huskies and the Trojans and the Ducks and that route, since we ended up adding the Bruins as well. Like, how is that going to work, when we end up going to the Big Ten championship game? 2 best records, or do they actually have it split up with like a North and South like the Pac-12 did? I would assume best 2 in conference record because, you ended up adding these 4 additional teams, Oregon, Washington, USC, and obviously UCLA. All right, Oregon with the punt. Not ideal, obviously, to start off the game. Not really looking too hot on offense or defense, but the game is long. And again, Dan Lanning will get this team coached up, at halftime to make the proper adjustments. I assume we're going to have the lead, but again, it might be a little bit closer in the first half. It's college football. It happens, and again, we're going to find our rhythm, and then we'll end up, probably pulling away in the 3rd, 4th quarter like we usually do. So, but you got to give the Terps credit. Obviously, I don't think they assumed that they were going to end up having a muffed punt and having it hit the ground and getting a roughing the kicker that led to some more Uncle Mo and momentum, and then ended up getting into field goal range after a couple more first downs and getting a 3-0 lead. But, again, we've been pretty lucky with like shutouts and holding teams to, that are unranked, to 10 points or less or 20 points or less. But you have to understand, the college football season is long and everyone is going to be coming after Oregon or any team that is in the top 5 and trying to give them their best natty effort every week. This is essentially Maryland's natty. This is Maryland's bowl game for them to be able to try to shock the world. So, for them to be able to put out a good performance today would not shock me. Same thing with Wisconsin next week and the Huskies, obviously, after that. There's always going to be a potential to lose to your opponent, but I know we'll be able to kind of figure out, what's going to be working for us in this offense and defense, and I think we'll be able to get it done. Let's go, baby. Not every game is going to start off, with the Ducks up 21-0 and then the game is over. And in actuality, if you think about it, I kind of like it when it's like this. You got to be able to face the adversity against good teams and bad teams. Not even if you're the number 1 team in the country, you're not going to necessarily just blow every team out right out of the gates. There's going to be, some times where the other team plays well or we make mistakes. And that's a part of college football. That's a part of life. That's a part of the NFL. It's not going to always go your way. But really what makes the difference, between the good teams and the elite teams is the coaching and being able to coach up and make the adjustments. That way you can end up, correcting those mistakes and then leading your team to a victory. And Dan Lanning might be the best at it in college football in 2024. All right. Good job by Maryland to start off. 3-0 Terps. Shotgun set. Hand off. Ray with the short game. Jordan Birch, baby. Second down and 7. Shotgun set. Edwards. Nice grab there. Absolutely. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Smash that like button if you have a quick chance. Help us hit the algorithm. We want to try to hit 30 to 50 on the stream here tonight. But that'll obviously take the people in the room to take a second out of their day to hit that like button for your boy. Shotgun set on 3rd down and 3. Edwards, pressure by the Ducks. Good defense there by Oregon. Let's go. There we go. Dante Manning with the good defense. I like that. Plus, you know, if Maryland was wearing some of their ugly checkerboard black and all those crazy colors that they wore in the past, where it was just kind of a crazy look, you know, I don't think Maryland would play as well. But again, you look good, you feel good, you play good, and they're definitely, you know, bringing out some jerseys and helmets to kind of match the Ducks vibe, and I'm here for it. 4th down and 3. Hopefully we get no penalties here on this punt attempt. Punt is clean. Oh, but the Ducks drop it, and we turn it over. Are you fucking kidding me? Or did we get the ball back? Oh, we did. Oh, shit. Come on, Oregon. Oh, my goodness. Evan Stewart and Manning back there fumbled the bag, and it wasn't really a traditional punt. It was kind of a line drive. That might have taken the Ducks by surprise a little bit here, and normally this is Tez. Evan Stewart saw the defender coming, and the Terps should have gotten that ball. Could have went up 10-0 on the Ducks, but luckily, you know, we had Manning there to bail out Evan Stewart. And it shows you, you know, just because, you know, you are one of the top dogs now, you know, when you end up playing a position that you're not familiar and you're not a regular, you know, it does get a little uneasy. And I'll be honest, you know, out of all the positions, you know, in football, obviously quarterback is going to get all the love and the hate. But some of the hardest positions to play other than quarterback are going to be kicker, punter, you know, on one side, and on the other side, punt returner and kick returner, because there's always a chance that you just, you know, lose the ball, or you see that guy coming to, you know, launch himself into a missile into you, and you get a little afraid, you know, even though you need to be able to look up and make the catch. And I feel that, you know, being a kick returner, punt returner, one of the hardest jobs, not only in the NFL, but in college football. And hopefully, you know, we can find the right individual. If it's not Evan Stewart, we got to be able to have someone else that we can trust back there. And again, we definitely miss Tez. Not saying that Tez would have dropped that, you know, but again, you know, when you have your regular guy out there, you are a little bit less prone to mistakes. But thank God that we recovered that fumble with Manning, because otherwise we definitely would have been down 10-0. Still think we would have come back and, you know, scored and won this game. But, you know, we definitely got dodged a bullet there. Let's go, Ducks. Not the best start for us here in the first quarter. All right, Ducks, our turn. Let's go. Let's go. Captain in the building. What's good? But good college football games. I mean, the Ohio State game was a laugher. I mean, even Gus got kind of unmotivated on some of the calls after they were beating the brakes off of Purdue, which they should have, because we know Purdue is garbage. But, you know, number 4, Miami going down, you know, that was kind of a shocker, right? Georgia going down at number 3. You normally aren't going to see top 5 teams go down at this point of the season, but I guess that's what we're looking at here in 2024. You know, Bama and Georgia aren't as strong. Ohio State and Michigan, you know, I would still say Ohio State is still the same team. You know, they might be still the only team out of the powerhouse teams that still is elite. You know, I feel like Georgia, Bama, Michigan obviously have dropped back quite a bit. And we'll see what happens. You know, if we end up getting an Oregon, Indiana Big Ten championship or Oregon Ohio State, but I mean, based on how college football is kind of shaping out, I would really love for Oregon to play Ohio State in the Natty, especially if Georgia is not going to be able to get there, which it definitely feels after the loss today that they will not. Throw to the sideline, a little short gain, 2nd down and 4. Oh, Bama LSU. That's a good question. I mean, you would assume Alabama, with everything that's going on, there, you would assume that, DeBoa, the former Husky coach, even though they've had some growing pains, that they should be able to get that done. I would assume LSU will give them a fight, but I would be a little shocked if Bama loses today. So I got Bama today. I don't know if I would say Maryland is a good team. 1-4, 4-4 in the conference, almost at the very bottom. So you might be a Terp fan, but I don't think I would say that they're a good team. That's you being biased. If you really want to be honest, they're not a good team because they're at the bottom. Okay, if you're Indiana, then you're a good team. But to say that your team is good is laughable. Come on, my guy. You got cool helmets and cool jerseys today. The good team? Come on, my guy. I needed a good laugh today. 1st down and 10, Ducks. Shotgun set. Gabriel. Good protection up front. Let it go. There we go. Ferg with the catch. Second down and 7. Man in motion. Shotgun set. Gabriel. Jordan James. Short gain, flag on the play. Good defense there by Maryland. See what we got here. Personal foul, face mask, defense. I'll take that. Hell yeah. A face mask actually called in college football. What do you know? If it was the NFL, they wouldn't call it. Yeah, definitely a good call there. First down and 10, Oregon. We're at 10, 10 more to go. Gabriel. Gain of 3. All right, 10 more, 9 more to go to get to 20. Let's get there. We're at 11, 9 more to go. Second down and 7, 3-0 Maryland. If you're just tuning in, Maryland ended up getting stopped on their first offensive drive. They went to punt. Obviously, the punter fumbled the bag and dropped the ball, and we ran into them, gave them an automatic first down. They got a couple more first downs, and that led to a field goal, and that's where we're at. Pass over the middle to Ferg, incomplete. Got to be careful there, Gabriel. You're going to get his head knocked off. Throwing him right into the middle, into coverage there. And he's going to obviously pass Case Keenum today. Trips left. Shotgun set, 3rd down and 7. We need a first down, baby. Let's go. Maryland, limited pressure. Gabriel steps up. First down, Ducks. Move the chains. Great catch. Evan Stewart, our new number 1, filling in for Tez Johnson with the injury. Nice job, Evan. And Evan took a fucking pop. Great tackle there by the Terps. Shotgun set on 1st down and 10. Gabriel looking for a man, going to his check down. And if he keeps throwing into the middle of the field, these Maryland Terrapins are going to injure all of our guys. Come on, Dylan. You got to realize that these guys are headhunting out there. You throw it right across the middle, you're going to get our guys hurt. Come on now. Appreciate you, Captain. Thank you so much. It's always good to get that first one started early. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. And I appreciate you starting it last night as well, because if you didn't, who knows where we would have ended up at. And we actually ended up at a decent number because you started it off, obviously, yesterday, and you're starting it off today. Thank you so much. We're at a $5. Let me know what you want to see. I assume Jonah Coleman, and I can fill those in once we get into commercial break. Flag on the play, false start. Come on, Oregon. Definitely a sloppy start here. And again, you can't overlook any opponent, regardless if you're a top 25 team or even ranked number 1 like Oregon. But again, we got to focus on the job at hand and not try to look too far ahead. I know, obviously, seeing Miami and Georgia go down can be a little exciting, but you want to make sure that you don't go down with them either, because this would be a terrible loss. I mean, it's one thing to lose to Wisconsin or the Huskies, but losing to Maryland would be fucking unacceptable. Little short game. And I'm excited for UCLA Washington next Friday, bro. We're going to be able to watch that together, and we'll hopefully be able to see the Huskies get that dub. And obviously UCLA a little bit, better with Eric Bieniemy calling plays than maybe people think. So it's not like they get all the recruits at UCLA anymore, right? Throw it down in 11. But obviously, being in Seattle, a home game for the Huskies, it should be pretty fun. Shotgun set. Gabriel, wide open. Just about a yard short of the marker. 4th down and 1. Trayshawn Holden with the catch. Nice job by Holden with that grab. Good hands. Got to go for it. Oh, it looks like Holden's injured. What is it? A cramp? Looks like it's a cramp. Get him some fluids. Squeeze in a couple of these. I don't know how long the commercial break will be, and I wish there was more other quality photos to choose from, but again, for whatever reason, they don't have as many. 3-0 Terps. We're at 5:95 to go. Injury timeout with Holden. Hopefully they can get the proper fluids there to get the cramps to go away. Appreciate you. 3:40 left here in the first quarter. 3-0 Terps. And hopefully he'll have a little bit better of a day, obviously, than Iowa's running back last night. We obviously know that, we got some quality running backs in the country. It's just unfortunate when they can't really get that full rhythm. But again, UCLA, maybe a little bit better than people think. Still not a good team, but they played decent last night. And Trayshawn Holden is limping. I don't know if that is just a cramp. It might be something more. There goes down another receiver for Oregon. Someone else has to step up now. Next man up. And you should be able to get this with Dylan Gabriel or Jordan James. See where they go. Man in motion, 4th down and 1. Shotgun set. Gabriel. Right up the gut with Jordan James. There we go, baby. Bring that physicality. Pump those fucking legs. Hell yeah. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. First down, Oregon. Move the chains. Give you that Jonathan Stewart type of vibe. Pump those legs. Get that fucking football past that first down marker and don't let up. We've got a Terp player down, going to the sideline. And it wouldn't surprise me if Wisconsin and Washington, and it goes kind of like this in those games. I mean, it would be great, you can just come out of the gates and, get up to a big, big lead. But also, we want to be entertained. We want to make sure that, you have a little bit of back and forth. Not every game is going to be 21-0 Ducks, and then the game's already over in the first quarter. So you got to have a little bit of drama in your life. But at the end, we just need that dub. Gabriel, little play action, steps up in the pocket, clean pocket, down the sideline, good throw, good catch. Jordan James, run him over, baby. Hell yeah, we're about to score with Jordan James, or maybe they'll give it to Noah Whittington and give him a breather. First down, Oregon. All right, we're about to score now, baby. Here we go. Let's get it, baby. First and goal. Touchdown, Oregon. Jordan James, give it right back to him. Bang! Yes, sir. There we go. Get you a Jordan James, baby. Let's go. Go Ducks. 10th of the year. There we go. Slow and steady wins the race. Be consistent. Flag on the play. False start. Come on, Oregon. Clean your shit. Clean your shit up, baby. Let's go. Jacob in the building. What's good? Extra point is up and good. 7-3 Ducks. Yeah, if we don't get a chance to play you in the Big Ten championship game, if we play Indiana instead, based off records and whatnot, we'll have to kind of wait and see how that plays out if Indiana ends up losing a game or not. But I think that I would love to play Ohio State in the Natty. You gotta, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. And if Georgia is not going to be that team, or Bama, I would love to be able to take on Ohio State and try to beat them again. Nice job, Oregon. 7-3 Ducks. All right, Maryland, your turn, baby. That's the type of drive that, we're expecting, to be able to do, week in and week out. So. All right, Ducks with the kickoff. 2:21 left here in the first period, first quarter. Odin Sun in the building. What's good? And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We need 9 more to get to 20 to hit the algorithm. Now we're at 12. 8 more to go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. 8 more to go. Keep tabs on that. Try to get to 20 as soon as possible. And we're at 5 on the Dono train, 95 to go, 7-3 Oregon. Shotgun set for Edwards on Maryland. Handoff. Ray gets the carry and gets nothing. Bassa, baby. Good tackle. Second down and 10. Yeah. And Indiana is not beating Ohio State. Not happening. That would be the most shocking thing on planet Earth. You know, obviously Indiana's undefeated and they are a good football team this year, but I highly doubt they're going to match up to Ohio State. Just like if Oregon were to play Indiana in the Big Ten Championship, I imagine we'd beat the shit out of them, just like Ohio State would if they were going to play them. You know, it could end up being, you know, somewhat close for like a half, but you would assume, regardless if it's Oregon or Ohio State, that they would end up pulling away based off the NFL talent and the coaching staffs that they have. Even though Indiana's head coach has done a great job this year, top to bottom, you know, as far as talent, you know, they're not on the same level as the Buckeyes or the Ducks. I think that's fair to say. They're a good team, but, you know, who have they played? Show me you play a good team, and then we'll talk. And we'll find out if Indiana can, you know, back up the talk. And if they can beat Ohio State, then we got something. But if they end up losing, like most people feel they will, you know, good year, you know, but it's not on the same level as the Buckeyes or the Ducks. You could be the third best team in the Big Ten, which would normally be like Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. But now you got some of these Pac-12 teams joining the potty. Oregon taking over the Big Ten. 7-3 Ducks. Shotgun set for Edwards. Man in motion. Edwards. Hands off. Ray with another carry. Short gain. I mean, if we get Oregon, Ohio State 3 times this year, how wild would that be? Oregon versus Ohio State, we win by 1. Oregon versus Ohio State, Big Ten championship. You know, and if we ended up losing that game, who cares? You know, but if we end up playing them, you know, in the playoff, in the Natty, and then we get revenge, and we end up winning the one that matters the most, not the Big Ten championship, but the Natty itself, if that were to happen. I mean, I would take that. I mean, of course, going undefeated the whole year would be the best case scenario, but we already know how tough that is. And it's very difficult to be able to beat an elite team 3 times in a season, you know, but who knows? Maybe the Ducks are built for that this year. But the Natty is the one that's obviously the most important, you know, and you want to get there and you want to be able to win it all. But I honestly feel if Lanning stays for 10 years, we're going to win a minimum of 1, possibly more than 1, you know, but if he stays for 10, you know, with the recruiting that we've been able to do, it would be pretty feasible to say that we would probably be in 2 or 3 Natties in 10 years, and we might be able to win 1, you know, if we're lucky 2. You know, but, you know, we don't want to get greedy since, you know, we just want to be able to get there. And you know, and then once we get the first, then, you know, we can talk about a second. But, you know, sometimes you got to lose before you win. And we've already went to 2 Natties in the last, you know, 25 years and lost both of those. And I think it's our turn. Could be the year. End of the first quarter, 7-3 Oregon. New trailer for Captain America Brave New World. It just debuted today. If you didn't get a chance to see it yet, I would highly recommend it. Andor, obviously there for the Star Wars series, Season 2 coming out in April. Definitely looking forward to that. That news dropped this morning as well. Let's go. Yeah, trailer did look awesome. And then if you're a fan of Yellowstone, that that's going to be on a couple different, obviously Paramount Plus, and then I'm not really sure if that's going to be on like cable on CBS or like on Peacock or NBC and whatnot. Someone will have to look that up, but I know that debuts tomorrow, and I'll definitely be watching that. And hopefully it's on something other than Paramount Plus, because obviously at some point I'm going to have to upgrade the Hulu with the Showtime, HBO, and Paramount Plus so I can watch The Penguin from beginning to end. I think the last episode is tomorrow, and I definitely got to keep up on Yellowstone. Maryland Terrapins, 2-4 all versus AP, number 1 ranked teams. Yeah, and anything that's Star Wars related, I'm going to be watching. That's facts. 2nd down and 6. Obviously, Stranger Things next year as well. It'll be incredible. Edwards, little floater, caught. Wrap him up. First down, Terps. Move the chains. Edwards to Felton. First down, Terps. Good for Ole Miss beating Georgia. I know Georgia fans aren't too happy about it, but that's the college football scene now. Little screen pass, wrap him up. There we go. Good tackle by the Ducks. 2nd down. For me, I've been a fan since the 80s. So when I started watching, they were winning like 1 or 2 games a year. So again, we already understand that, just because you're ranked number 1 doesn't mean that you're going to go all the way and win the Natty, but it's one of the deeper teams that we've had. We got the right coach at Dan Lanning. I haven't felt this confident in a team since we had Chip Kelly. Mario Cristobal gave us kind of good vibes, but again, not like Dan Lanning or Chip Kelly. And, the way that the college football, kind of the landscape, it looks like, we could end up getting, possibly a deep run in the college football playoff. And in all honesty, I want Ohio State. I want to play them in the Big Ten championship, and I want them in the Natty. And I feel that those are the 2 best teams in the country, and it's not even close. I feel that those are the 2 best, and it's pretty clear. Then you have the second tier, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that are all in the same group. And obviously we saw number 3 Georgia go down, obviously to Ole Miss, and we saw number 4 Miami go down to an unranked opponent. Obviously at least Ole Miss was ranked for Georgia, right? Oh, blasted from behind. Ball is out, picked up. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Oregon. Oh, my. Yeah, and again, I want to play the best, and I was thinking that if Georgia was going to be able to, keep winning, if they found a way to get themselves into a deep run into the playoff, I would love to be able to play a team like that, but it looks like they're not really the same team from years past. And it's kind of nice to have someone that's not Georgia, not Bama. Last year, Michigan won, and that didn't really bother me because it was somewhat different. We knew Ohio State and Michigan have always been good, but they've been kind of little brother to Bama and Georgia. And Michigan finally had Harbaugh, the right pieces with J.J. McCarthy, Blake Corum, as well as the defense, right, playing really well. Great defense there by Oregon to cause that fumble on Edwards. We'll see if they end up giving us this touchdown or not after the review. But again, you feel like Oregon and Ohio State are next to be Natty champions, and again, Ohio State has been very, very fucking deserving. They've really been the second best team or third best team for a long time. It's always been Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, right? Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, or sometimes even Ohio State as the number 2 team playing Bama or Georgia in the Natty, but being in the college football playoff. So I know Ohio State is very, very hungry. The Ducks are hungry. And the difference might come down to not only Oregon's defense, but also, Oregon's head coach. Dan Lanning kind of owns Ryan Day, as well as the quarterback. Give me Dylan Gabriel all day and all night. Now, if they would have had someone a little bit more capable, like a C.J. Stroud, then I would be a little bit more nervous, playing Ohio State in the championship if that were to be, or even a guy like a Justin Fields. But, with the individuals that they have in that quarterback room for Ohio State, they're a very, very good team with skill position players on the offensive line, running back, wide receivers, and especially defense. But really, that's the deciding X factor, I feel, for me. If we were to play, Ohio State in the Big Ten championship or in the Natty, which is what I would want. That might be the deciding factor, like it was the first time that we played and we won by 1. I don't know. I feel like with Will Howard, he's a little overrated. I think he's a decent quarterback, 19-5, but again, I don't know. I don't really think he's that good. He's above average quarterback, but he's not like a CJ Stroud or anything like that, or even a Justin Fields. Review, call stands, touchdown, Oregon. There we go. Birch, baby. Recovered by Brandon Johnson, and we'll take that tutty. Defense for Oregon is phenomenal, and anytime you can score a touchdown on special teams or defense, that's the most exciting thing that you can end up happening in the game, and nice job by Oregon after being down 3-0. Go Ducks. Extra point is up and good. 14-3 Ducks. Yeah, but the thing is, even though Clemson, Steele is not really good anymore, you had your moments, where you were getting a lot of NFL players, and Dabo was recruiting on the high level. And you got to think, for a team in the ACC, you did something that not many teams are able to do. Clemson and Florida State is to be able to, either have a Heisman winner, or to be able to, have a natty and to be able to be a champion. And again, you had LSU with Burrow and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jay Jetta and Jamar Chase. So you got to understand, if you're not Bama or Georgia or Michigan or Ohio State, and you end up winning a natty and you're at LSU or you're at Clemson, that's a huge, big deal. Now, Oregon and Ohio State are trying to follow in your footsteps. And again, sometimes, the recruiting trail, it ends up stopping. And again, once you win, then more recruits are going to come. But then if you have a couple dud years, then recruits are going to go somewhere else. And unfortunately, it feels like Dabo doesn't have the same kind of pull recruiting-wise as he did prior. But at least you ended up, climbing the mountain and being king of the mountain and being a champion. Because I think that a lot of schools would not be able to do that, let alone a school in the ACC. So at least you got that. No one can ever take that away. And again, we remember Clemson, with a lot of their good skill position players to be able to get that chip. So Megan in the building, what's good? Yeah, and again, not every year is going to be like your year. When I started watching the Ducks, it was way before a lot of the other bandwagon fans, and again, they were winning like a game or two a year, when it was like the Pac-8 and then the Pac-10 and then the Pac-12. But really what changed things, is going from Rich Brooks to Mike Bellotti, and then Mike Bellotti built it. And then we ended up, obviously getting Chip Kelly to take us to, kind of that successful level in college football to get kind of the recognition out. And then now we obviously have Dan Lanning to hopefully take us over the top. But, Chip got us to a Rose Bowl, a Natty, a Rose Bowl, and a Fiesta. And that was unheard of, in that BCS era, back then, to be able to go to 4 straight big bowl games like that. And obviously, you have to have someone that's going to be the architect, right? And we ain't talking Seth Rollins, to be able to build it, kind of like Tony Dungy for the Buccaneers and Gruden got him over the top. Same thing with Bellotti and Chip Kelly. Sometimes you got to have an intelligent older guy to build it, and then you got to give the guy that's young, creative, and going to be able to give you more offensively or defensively with strategy, and that's exactly what we've been able to do. But really, the person that made me love Oregon football, even though I started watching the 80s, like literally the person that really made me fall in love with it was Joey Harrington. I knew he wasn't going to be a good NFL quarterback on the Lions. He was going to get sacked a lot and might not make it past 4 or 5 years, but for the comeback kid and Joey Harrington, that provided a lot of great memories for me with him and Keenan Howery and Sammy Parker, Justin Peele, Maurice Morris, Ontario Smith. We had a nice little squad there in the late 90s and the early 2000s, and Joey ended up getting the Heisman, obviously, candidate nod. And that was really the start of great things to come for the Oregon Ducks. 14-3 Oregon. Let's go, baby. 31-5 record overall. Is that good? I would say so. Home game 17-1. Good. Scoring first 22-0 versus unranked opponents 22-0. Dan Lanning is the guy. Coach of the year, hands down. First down and 10. Shotgun set. Floater and complete. Yeah, Iowa actually has an offense, so that's why you guys are, enjoying. Obviously, yesterday game sucked for you guys against UCLA, but again, to have the record that you have, and you're actually able to move the football most of the time and score points, and it helps when you end up having a top 3 running back in the country as well. You just need a better quarterback, and hopefully you guys can end up getting a transfer at quarterback and a good one that can actually help you guys win games. And once you guys get that player, then maybe you'll end up winning 10 games and you could be a top 4 team in the Big Ten. But again, if you don't end up getting that piece, then you're going to be probably in the middle of the Big Ten. But, that's much better than being at the bottom, right? But again, if you want to climb to the top, got to get better quarterback play. And I think Iowa really isn't recognized for having quarterbacks, more offensive linemen, tight end, and then obviously sometimes they'll have some defensive studs on that side of the ball. Third down and 9. Go Ducks. Little audible at the line here for Edwards. For Billy. Shotgun set for Billy. Blitz on the edge. Nice catch. Breaks the tackle. Wrap him up. Come on now. First down. Terps. Move the chains. Nice job by Billy Edwards. Shotgun set. Little short gain. And at some point, you're going to have to get a new coach. If you ended up getting like a new, young, up-and-coming coach, someone that was young, like 30 years old, 32, 35, someone to bring a little bit of energy and flair, and then that would maybe possibly help the recruiting trail. A lot of things could change if you end up getting a new coach too. You guys have probably stuck with your coach a little bit too long. But I think most Iowa fans would agree. Sometimes you need to change. Shotgun set, second down and 10. And it's not like the coach is bad, but again, sometimes the message kind of goes in one ear, out the other, especially when you have the same message being repeated over and over and over again. Third down and 10. Yeah. Maybe not cool alternate unis, but they have unis like the Steelers, and Steeler uniforms and Iowa uniforms are pretty dope with those colors. Third down and 10. Shotgun set for Billy Edwards Jr. Man in motion, shotgun set, third down and 10. On the Oregon 43, Edwards scrambling, gambling, hit him, and he slips and falls. There we go. There we go, baby. Six more likes to be able to get to 20. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Now we're at 15. Thank you so much. 5 more to go to hit our goal. And then once we're at 20, then we can hopefully shoot for 30. Fourth down and 9, 14-3 Oregon. I agree. Sometimes hanging on to coaches too long is like a relationship that's ended, where that, it's not really the same anymore, but you're still kind of living with each other, like as roommates, even though you both know that it's over, but no one's really, willing to move on. Sometimes that's like that, not only in relationships, but also, with coaches. Sometimes, it's hard to be able to get rid of someone that has given you success in the past. But I feel with Iowa, if you can end up getting someone new, someone fresh, that could help with the recruiting, that could end up taking Iowa to the next level. But, the real question is, will they do that? And would one of the top tier offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, or coaches, would they want to go to Iowa? It's not like a horrible destination, but It's probably not at the top of people's lists either, though. Another fumbled snap there on the punt. But with a few minor adjustments with coach and quarterback, yeah, I could definitely see Iowa being like a 9-10 win team in the Big Ten. But, got to be able to make those adjustments first. 14-3, Oregon. I'll be watching that as well. Alabama 7, LSU 0. And then we got Washington and Penn State. Oh, it's on Peacock. Shit, I'm going to turn that on here in the studio. All right, hold on one sec. I'm going to turn this on here as well. Because I like being able to keep up, with the Pac-12 teams. So here we go. Boom. Huskies and Penn State. All right, perfect. All right, so I got it on my TV here in the studio. Huskies coming out with the traditional gold helmet and the white tops and purple bottoms. Obviously, I think most people feel that the Huskies are going to get absolutely crushed here, but hopefully they play, a little bit above standard. If Jonah Coleman has a big day, maybe they can keep it a little bit closer. I don't know if you can beat Penn State. More than likely not. But again, if Jonah Coleman has a career day, maybe they could end up making it a little bit closer than people think. All right, perfect. All right, let's turn on some volume here also. All right, Penn State and Washington. Got that on the TV here. Maryland and Oregon. Might need to turn on another game also. 14-3, Ducks. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think everyone is, especially when they're normally a college basketball school. Anytime you end up getting a school that ends up having success, I would say Indiana and Miami have been kind of the bright spots, besides Miami's loss today to Georgia Tech. There's Sabrina. Should have won a natty if we didn't have COVID, but she ended up getting a championship there with the Liberty. Good for her. Ducks legend, Sabrina Ionescu, with her and Justin Herbert in that same window of athletes. We got something special cooking here in Oregon. Floater. And complete. Justice Lowe. Flag down on the play. Maybe a late hit on Gabriel. Foul, roughing the passer. Second down. Oh, God. Wow, Gabriel fell down pretty awkwardly there. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he is. Penn State crowd is lit, as usual. Shotgun set, screen pass. Good catch. There we go. Tough environment to play in if you're a Husky fan. That Penn State crowd is one of the loudest in the country. If you guys want to watch along, we got the Huskies and the Nittany Lions on the Peacock app or network. And then we obviously have this here on the Big Ten Network with Maryland and Oregon. Ooh, good tackle there by the Terps. Samuels with the big hit. Ooh, good return by the Huskies. Almost to the 30-yard line. Nice job. Yeah, wide out for Penn State. Even though the Huskies are wearing the white jerseys. Oregon with the punt on 4th down and 6. See if it takes a kind Oregon bounce, and it does. Almost down to the 30-yard line. There we go. Reflect in the building. What's good? I got your game on here with Will Rogers. Captain was in here a little bit earlier, but I'm watching both. So I got the Huskies and the Nittany Lions here on the Peacock Network here on my TV. Got the Terrapins and the Ducks here on the Big Ten Network. We got multiple games going. Go Huskies, baby. How are you, Reflect? This game started off a little, not really to the Oregon Ducks standard. We ended up having a good stop. They kind of muffed the punt. They dropped it, picked it up. We ran into the kicker, got a roughing the kicker penalty. They got a couple additional first downs, kicked a field goal, went up 3-0. And then we obviously finally got into a little bit of rhythm. After that, Jordan James with a touchdown. And then we ended up having a sack lunch that was obviously stripped out by Birch with a big hit, scooped and scored by one of the Oregon defenders, Johnson, and we're up 14-3. So sometimes, we're not going to be able to start off, 21-0 and the game's over in the first quarter, but I kind of like it where there's at least a little bit of back and forth in the matchup. So. Yeah. Well, obviously Maryland is not a very good team, and I assume Wisconsin and Washington will be much tougher in the next 2 weeks. So, Megan, why you got to be such a hater towards the Huskies and Reflect? You have nothing to gain for Penn State to be able to win. There's no association or player on there. You can root for the other teams in the Big Ten. Okay, like if USC is playing Washington, okay, then that's one thing. Okay, but if they're not playing, you don't need to go for the other team. Come on, we can all root for each other's success. Come on, Megan, be a team player. We don't say boo USC and we hope that you guys get smashed, or we don't say we hope the Seahawks fucking lose by 30 points every game. We don't do that here, right? That wouldn't feel very good if you came into the room and we said boo USC, boo Seahawks all the time, right? That wouldn't be good. We don't do that here. We can root for the other teams in the conference to win. At least I will. I like seeing other people have success, and I like seeing other people smile, and I like seeing people be happy. I don't like seeing people be miserable. Nice catch. First down. Terps. Move the chains. First down and 10 for the Terps. Shotgun set. Edwards. Play action. Dangerous pass, but good catch. Ty Felton with the short grab. Three-yard gain for Ty. Shotgun set. Edwards. Tipped. Oh. Almost an interception opportunity. 3rd down and 7 on the Oregon 40. Shotgun set. Ooh, nice run there by the Huskies. And this would be a huge upset if Washington were to win. And complete. Jonah Coleman has to have a career day today. Has to rush for like maybe 120 to 150 yards. Score maybe 2 or 3 times. If he does that, that could be the X factor in the game. Besides, obviously, the Husky defense. But Penn State is 6th. Washington right now unranked, so that would be a huge win. And we've already seen number 4 Miami go down today. Number 3 Georgia go down today. Could we see number 6 Penn State go down today as well? You never know. I love seeing Jonah be able to have a career day. Edwards, floater, and complete. Terps looking for a flag. Do they get one? Yes, they do. Damn it. PI on Oregon. Let's see how early that we got there. Oh, yeah, he's hugging him on his back. He's there 3 seconds early. Come on, Oregon. Be a little bit more disciplined, baby. Yeah. But we can always be positive or try to be a little bit more positive, right? I mean, for anybody to play Penn State and win would be difficult. I mean, even if Oregon or Ohio State played Penn State, it would be a battle. Ooh, big hit by Oregon on the sideline. Holy shit. Someone call 911. Oh, my. What a pop. I don't know what replay you were watching, Matt, but it definitely was PI. I mean, last time I checked, you can't hug someone on the back and be all over a receiver 3 seconds before the ball comes. Definitely was PI. 2nd down and 3. Terps are driving, getting closer into field goal range, and possibly a touchdown. Shotgun set. Edwards. Pressure coming. Get his ass. There we go. 12 noon. You know what time it is. Time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. And there's a flag on the play. Of course, it's probably going to be a face mask on Oregon. Fuck. Well, I'm glad the college football refs decided to call face mask, and the NFL refs apparently don't believe in that particular call. 2nd down and 9 for the Huskies against the Nittany Lions. Come on, Huskies. Oh, good catch. Shotgun set. 1st down and 10. Handoff up the gut. Short game. Terps trying to end up getting a touchdown to make this game a little bit more competitive. Hopefully we can hold them. And Ducks have only had the football for 8 fucking minutes. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 20 within the first hour and a half. We're almost there. Handoff up the middle. Right into the middle of 4 Ducks. Going nowhere. 3rd down. Hold them to a field goal, baby. Gained another sub today, so that's always good. 64 subs away from 20,700. Shout out to all the new subs that we've acquired in the last week. 3rd down and 4. Shotgun set. Edwards. Floater. Got a man. Incomplete. And another flag on the play. Holy cow. Come on, Oregon. Focus. Oh, man. Huskies, what's going on here? Man, you got the ESP, man. You got to figure out no 2 quarterbacks. Got to get a field goal kicker that can actually make a kick. That's brutal. It's like when you have too much ESP and you already know because you've watched your team so closely, game in, game out, minute by minute, quarter by quarter, and you can kind of have an idea on how things might play out. That's rough. Yeah. You got some good ESP as well, Reflect. 14-3 Oregon. Now the secondary is losing a little bit of focus here. First and goal. Trying to run a little tush push down to the 1. 2nd and goal. Might be the only person on the channel that swears more than me. 14-3 Oregon. 2nd and goal. Edwards. Hands off. Hamby. Touchdown. Terps. Roman Hamby with the tutty. Nice job by Hemby. And again, we'll make the proper adjustments in the second half. And honestly, I would rather have the game be 14-10 than Oregon up 20-0 at this point. I mean, a win is a win, but again, I want to be engaged in the matchup. Yes, there are going to be games where we're going to blow out a team like we did with Michigan State and Oregon State. But as it gets kind of towards the end of the year, everyone's going to be giving their natty effort, and trying to play spoiler. This is like Maryland's bowl game. So, and they're acting like it. And I like that. Kick is up and it's good. 14-10 Oregon. But that doesn't mean that Lanning isn't going to make the proper adjustments in the second half, which I know he will. You wouldn't even be able to handle being an Oregon fan if you grew up in my era, Matt. Fucking winning only 1 or 2 games a year. You wouldn't be able to handle it. Because if you can't handle us being down 14-10 and not playing up to par, on every single drive throughout the year, there's no way in hell you could be an Oregon fan back in the 80s or 90s. There's just no way. Because again, we've come a long way from where we were winning 1 or 2 games a year to where we're at now. Let me tell you. The game has 4 quarters. We'll be fine. Shotgun set for Penn State. Little halfback toss. First down and 10. Nittany Lions. All right, come on, Oregon. We end up getting a touchdown here, and we're up 21-10. That's a perfect, number to be at with really only having the football for 8 minutes in the first half. So, not every game is going to go to game script. Not every game is going to, go the way that you want. Shotgun set, Gabriel, screen pass. Jordan James out there in the flat. 1 yard gain. Berg with the catch. I believe he said that Clemson fan. But we did have a Maryland fan in here earlier, and then he said that Maryland is a good football team. And then he left, I believe. They're putting out a good effort today, but I'm not sure if I would call a 4-4, 1-4 team in conference good. Jordan James, baby. Oh! Crazy tackle there on Jordan James. Hopefully that Turk player is okay. Now, if we're talking about Maryland basketball, back when they had like Steve Blake, the former Blazer, and Juan Dixon, yeah, that was a pretty good Maryland team, but I wouldn't say Maryland's a good football team in 2024. $20 left here in the second quarter. 2:09, I mean. 14-10, Oregon. Reflect, did you get a chance to watch any college football this morning, or did you do like thrift shopping? Did you get a chance to see any of the Miami game or any of the Georgia game? Pretty wild, man, to have number 4 Miami go down to unranked Georgia Tech and then have number 3 Georgia go down to number 16 Ole Miss. I don't know if anyone had that penciled in this Saturday. But I'm definitely looking forward to Wisconsin and the Huskies, obviously, in the next 2 weeks. And we will be doing the Huskies and UCLA next Friday. So I'm looking forward to that, too. Oh, big hit by the Huskies. Holy shit. Someone call 911. Oh, my. Who is that, Dixon? Holy cow. Number 9, Dixon. Big hit. Someone call your mama. Boom, baby. Wow. That was one of the best tackles I think I've seen from the Huskies all year. That was incredible. Picked him up, threw him into the ground, Goldberg style, Rhino style, Roman Reigns style. Hit him with that spear. That was beautiful. Yeah. So it looks like, you know, if it ends up being based off record, Indiana and Ohio State will play each other. Ohio State more than likely will win. We'll play them in the Big Ten Championship. And then if we're lucky enough, maybe we'll play Ohio State in the Natty. But that would be kind of crazy to play a team 3 times. And we all know how hard it is to beat a team 3 times. So if that means that Ohio State beat Oregon in the Big Ten Championship, but then we played them in the Natty and got revenge and won it all, I would be okay with that scenario. You know, just knowing how hard it would be to be able to beat Ohio State 3 times in a row. But you never know. One game at a time. And again, I got 2 really long walks in. We have a big storm coming in here into Oregon where we're going to have rain for the next 3, 4, 5 days. So definitely got the long walk with my pup out of the way, 2 of them, and got her to go to a park, sniff around a lot. So she's been happy. And again, we'll go for another walk here later tonight, and hopefully we don't get too wet. I need to get her a new coat at some point. So 14-10, Oregon. Yeah, how is it in your neck of the woods there in Washington? What's the weather like? Is it raining right now? Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. Shotgun set. Gabriel. Go, baby, go. Evan Stewart, baby. First down, Ducks. Move the chains. And Evan Stewart is very, very capable of taking over as the number 1 receiver. I just don't really think I like him as being a kick returner, punt returner. Makes me a little uneasy. A very difficult position. You know, besides quarterback and kicker, that's probably got to be the toughest. You know, being the punt returner or kick returner. At any given moment, you drop one, that could be the difference in the game, and a lot of pressure. You know, quarterbacks have pressure, kickers have pressure, you know, but, you know, that individual that gets the kick return and punt return, there's always an opportunity to fuck up, fumble, get hit, and, you know, get that ball, you know, loosened up, and, you know, you create a big turnover and you give the other team the ball at the 5 or the 10. That could be the difference in the game. So I don't think people realize like how stressful that position really is. And the players that never fumble, punt return, kick return, need to be given more kudos. Hand off, Whittington. Go, Noah. There we go. First down, Ducks. Odin in the building. Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the building, baby. We love the Kyron Williams, me and Reflect, man. You guys are starting to build some nice quality pieces there at Notre Dame. Sammy Watkins, DeAndre Hopkins, Trevor Lawrence. Throw to the sideline. 4-yard gain. Gabriel to Justice Lowe. First and goal for the Nittany Lions. Tackle him. Big pop in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Come on, Huskies. Gotta respond. And that white out there at Penn State, that's a very intimidating building. I know if Oregon was there, you see all those white pom-poms, everyone in the whiteout. I mean, that's one of the hardest places to play. 100,000 plus there. Third down and 6. How are you, Odin? Third down and 6. Shotgun set. Gabriel. Bird, get out of bounds. First and goal. We're about to score a touchdown here. Yeah, the Huskies are hitting out there, man. Everyone knows that it's a tough place to play, even if Penn State wasn't ranked, but they are definitely laying the wood on the Nittany Lions. First and goal. Shotgun set. Gabriel towards the sideline, just a little out of reach there, incomplete. Mississippi State scored. Yeah, anything that's worth mentioning. Obviously, we have a scoreboard above me where you can see the scores being updated as we speak in live time. But if anything that needs to be mentioned, please do keep me posted. Alabama up 14-3 on LSU, which is kind of what I figured. Man in motion, shotgun set. It's been a fun year here in college football in 2024. Noah Whittington, short game. I don't know, man. Florida State's pretty shitty this year, Odin. Just like my Florida as well. Both of those teams are nowhere near what they used to be, or even Florida State last year. You're going to end up winning that game by a lot. Captain in the building, what's good? We're watching the game here on stream. I got it on Peacock here, and Reflect is in the building now too. Right when you left, Reflect came in, so I got both games on at the same time. And like I say, when I really do, appreciate good college football, and I definitely like watching, the Pac-12 teams, especially, the Pacific Northwest teams. Those are more special to me than the others. Oregon, Oregon State, Washington State. Those are the ones that mean the most to me, but I still will, watch USC and, Arizona State and some of those other teams, or, even if they've moved into different conferences like Utah now. Third and goal. Gabriel. Looking. Touchdown, Oregon. Let's go. Ferg, Terrence Ferguson, baby. Hell yeah. With 20 seconds left, even though we've only had the football for about 10 minutes in this first half total. Oregon finding a way to be able to finish strong in the second quarter. And again, not everything has gone our way, but we did get a defensive touchdown in the game, which is great. Something that we normally don't see in an Oregon football game every week. And look at Ferg. Ferg stepped out of bounds. It looked like Ferg stepped out of bounds, so this might be coming back. Obviously, I assume it's that first white line, not the back white line. You got a white line, a black, and a white line. So if it's that front white line, which I assume it is, based on the marker, that was incomplete. That'll be coming back. And I don't even know if he caught that either on top of that. Pretty close with the catch, and then it looked like he did step out before he caught it, unfortunately. Now that one's coming back. He did catch it, though. It looks like he got it before it ended up scraping, on the turf, but from the initial look, it looked like he did step out at least once, maybe even twice. Got to watch your feet, back there in the end zone. But again, he is a tight end, not a wide receiver, so awareness isn't going to be as high. He stepped out. I mean, it's barely, but I mean, if we're going to be calling it right down the middle and not being biased, But if it's me, I say that's incomplete, and then we just, keep it moving. Yeah, well, it's clear he's on the line. He's out. The heel is on the white. That means that it's incomplete. Now, if he was wearing white cleats, if we had our white unis with like the eggshell, or we were all dripped in white and silver like we had a week or two ago, maybe that'll be a little bit harder to judge with white cleats and then the white line. But obviously with green and yellow right there, pretty clear. Wow. They say the call stands. I don't know about that. Ooh, look at Notre Dame with that touchdown. Woo! All right, Case Keenum and Dylan Gabriel tied at 178 career touchdowns. Wow, I don't think that was a touchdown, but I guess, if the refs are going to call it that way, that's fine. But he definitely stepped out. It wasn't by much, just barely, but he did. But I guess that's the way it goes. We'll see if we get a makeup call for Maryland in the second half. Kick is up, and it's good. 21-10, Oregon. And normally when a play like that happens to Oregon, we don't get like the benefit of the doubt. Normally it doesn't get reversed. So this is kind of a rare thing where, we get a touchdown. There is kind of a questionable, it's very, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's, on a scale of 1 to 10 being 10 clearly out and 1, kind of hard to see, but it was maybe closer to the 1 or 2 range, for barely touching that white line. But I guess not enough in the booth and in the replay to be able to overturn the call. 21-10, Ducks. Yeah, agreed. Take, I guess, what we can get. First touchdown by T. Ferg in 2024. Now we just need the Huskies to get in the end zone with Jonah Coleman. Going to have a career day. Good catch there by the Huskies. Little touchback. Yeah, your ESP is good. The crappy thing is about having ESP. Sometimes you end up predicting something that's like amazing, And they're like, look, wow, being able to come up with a great prediction, and then it happens. But then when you have ESP and it ends up kind of being something negative because you know your team and you know the tendencies of the team, and then you end up predicting like a negative play, those ones suck because it's like you're right, but you don't want to be right. You almost wish that you were wrong in that situation because it's like it doesn't benefit you or the team. It ends up hurting the team. So, but it's just like your team so well that you know the tendencies and the kind of the pattern of the team. Kind of rough. 21-10 Oregon. Not our cleanest first half, but we'll be better in the second. All right, let's turn this Husky game up a little bit more. Going long, going deep, and complete. I'm going to turn this volume down a little bit. All right. See if we can watch a little bit of this Huskies and Penn State matchup here. Turn up the volume here in the studio a little bit as well. Come on, Will Rogers. Come on, Jonah Coleman. Let's go, baby. I might be a Duck fan, but I want the Huskies to have success. I might be the only Oregon Duck fan that does, but I'm not a hater. Yeah. Big 12 has been kind of a big surprise from the top to bottom this year. I know, Utah had a lot of hopes and dreams of, dominating the Big 12 the first year, going over there since Texas and Oklahoma have shifted to the SEC. But it's been a little crazy in that particular conference this year. 7-0 Nittany Lions, first down and 10 for Penn State. Let's see if the Dogs and the Huskies can play some good D here. Shotgun set. Decent positive game there for the Nittany Lions. See what Drew can do here. Second down and 6, handoff. There you go. Good game tackle by the Huskies there. Good tackle. No gain. Third down and 6. End of the first quarter, 7-0 Nittany Lions. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. See where we're at. I know we're getting hopefully pretty close to 20. Where are we at? We're at 15. If you're in the room and haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. 4 more to go to get to 20. We're at 16. Let's get there, baby. And we're at 5:95 to go on the Dono train. I'm going to go check up on Paisley real quick since we're at halftime. Give me 1 sec. And I'll end up calling a little bit of this Penn State and Husky second quarter until we get back to the Ducks. All right, looks like Paisley is on the couch, and she is snuggled up into a blanket, so looks like she'll be good. At some point, she'll probably want to come in here and hang out with Dad, so. Yeah, good record for Arizona State being 6-2. All right, we got 14-7 Tennessee on Mississippi State, 14-3 Notre Dame against Florida State, Bama 14-3 against LSU, a common theme of that particular score. Oklahoma up 3-0 on Mizzou, Penn State up on Washington 7-0, Boise State up 14-7 on Nevada, Virginia and Pitt knotted up at 0, and then final scores from today, Ohio State 45, Purdue 0. The number 2 team in the country stays right there with Oregon, and I'm hoping that's who we play in the Natty if we get there. Georgia Tech 28, Miami, the 4th-ranked team, 23. Big loss for Cam Ward and Damian Martinez for the U and Mario Cristobal. Texas 49, Florida 17. Georgia going down as the number 3 team to number 16 Ole Miss 28-10. That's a little surprising. Indiana hanging on and beating unranked Michigan 20-15. Indiana stays undefeated. Iowa State going down to unranked Kansas. Army undefeated still, 14-3 over North Texas. That's a great story for college football this year. Clemson 24, Virginia Tech 14, Colorado 41, Texas Tech 27. Colorado having a sneaky good season. BYU number 9 going against Utah in about an hour and a half. And then we got Utah State against the Cougs on CW Network, and the Cougs are 7-1. Who would have thought that? They're having a fantastic year. 3rd down and 6 for the Nittany Lions. Huskies need to be able to get a turnover on Drew Aller. Yeah, I mean, anytime you get military teams, Army, Navy, Air Force, and they end up having a good record, typically Air Force is better than Army and Navy, and it's a little unusual, from even a few weeks ago when both teams, were looking at like a ranking, and now we have just one, but still pretty amazing. What a catch. First down, Nittany Lions. Move the chains. I see you, Drew. Yeah, and it sucks, I know for you, Reflect, as well as Oreo, having that loss against the Cougs, but as far as just like Pacific Northwest, teams and whatnot, having a very surprising season, and again, it looks like they're going to be able to, feed off that success, not only this year, but hopefully it'll, kind of rub off into next year for them as well. I don't think any Coug fan saw this coming this year. Hell, I mean, even us Pacific Northwest fans, Beavers, Ducks, and Huskies, we didn't think that the Cougs would be this good. Shotgun set. Little check down. Got to tackle, Huskies. Oh, Stabak. Nice. Huskies need to stop. Sack lunch, punch out, fumble, interception. First down and 10 for Drala. Man in motion, shotgun set. Drew, little check down. Dinking and doinking against the Huskies here. Come on now. Oh, we got a little trick play. Nittany Lions in the Wildcat. Right up the middle. Got awfully close to that first down marker there. 3-yard gain. Tyler Warren. In-line, slot, out wide, in the backfield, quarterback, offensive line. Wow, I don't think I've seen a player like Tyler Warren in a minute. That's wild. Come on, Huskies. Man in motion. Shotgun set. Aller. Looking. Get his ass. Towards the sideline. First down, Nittany Lions. Move the chains. Yeah, that's a big block by the running back. He doesn't make that chip block, then maybe they have a sack lunch. Rip that football out, Huskies. Got to punch it out or rip it out. Yeah, but you got to understand, Matt, if you only have the football for like 10 minutes and the other team has it for 20, to actually have 21 points in 10 minutes is actually very, very good. It's not like we're going to be able to play every game and be up 21-0 or 28-0 at halftime. You know, not every game is going to go based off script, you know. So to have the ball for limited minutes and to have 21, that's very good. Especially not playing the cleanest game in the first half. Floater. In the end zone, and complete. Let's take a look at next week's games. We got Kansas State, Arizona State, Cougs in New Mexico, Texas and Arkansas, Clemson and Pitt, two ranked opponents, Colorado and Utah, Alabama versus Mercer. Come on, Alabama. Schedule someone tougher. Even though Mercer's 9-1. Where the hell is Mercer? Notre Dame versus Virginia, SMU and Boston College, LSU and Florida, Louisville and Stanford, Missouri and South Carolina, Boise State, San Jose State. Nittany Lions getting a little bit closer. And it looks like the best game next week will be Tennessee and Georgia. And then obviously we have Oregon and Wisconsin. Ohio State, Northwestern, Penn State, Purdue. Not a lot of good matchups next week. Well, Maryland's not a good team, so, you know, they're 4-4, 1-4. You know, there's no question that we're going to win this game. Good tackle there by the Huskies. But Wisconsin and Washington will be a hell of a lot more challenging. Wisconsin slightly better than Maryland, you know, and then obviously with Washington, that'll be the toughest regular season matchup for the rest of the year for Oregon. But again, Wisconsin 5-4. It's not like you know, they're that much better. They're kind of on the same level as Maryland. Slightly better, but not by much. Aller. Incomplete. There we go. 3rd and goal. Come on, Huskies. Drew needed to throw that with just a little bit more touch. Throw with a little bit more precision. That would have been an easy tutty for the Nittany Lions. Touchdown, Penn State. All right, Huskies, your turn. Got to get a touchdown before halftime for sure. Wow. Look at that leaping attempt there. Man, Tyler Warren doing crazy Tyler Warren things, huh? Yeah, but why does Alabama have Mercer on the schedule this late in the year? If you're going to play Mercer, play them at the first game of the season. If you're going to play like some, dog shit team, like there's no reason for Bama to have Mercer on the schedule this late in the year. Extra point is up and good. 14-0, Nittany Lions. Let's go, Huskies. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule for the NFL. We got the Giants and the Panthers, a must-see matchup at 6:30 a.m. in Munich. 2-7 versus 2-7. They got Broncos and Chiefs. A little trap game for the Chiefs. See what Bo Nix can do against Patrick Mahomes. Steelers and Commandos. That's going to be a hell of a game in the morning. Vikings and Jags. Falcons and Saints in a rivalry game, but we already know how that will turn out. Niners and Bucks. We'll fight like hell with Baker Mayfield, but I don't expect to win that. Bills and Colts, Patriots and Bears, Titans and Chargers, Eagles and Cowboys, Jets and Cardinals, Lions and Texans will be the stream that we do tomorrow night for Sunday Night Football. I think that'll be a good game. Texans offensive line will get exposed. And then we have the Dolphins and the Rams on Monday night, and I think that will actually be a pretty good game as well. Tua with Waddle and Tyreek, with Achane, and the Rams, obviously, with Kyron Williams, Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, and Cooper Kupp. All right, 4 more likes to get to 20. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. 3 more to get to 20. We're at 17. 3 more. Let's get there, baby.
U.S. Bank, we think the best relationship should feel easy. From dating to getting more serious. And you know what else should feel easy? Setting a direct deposit to your new account. Obviously. Long-term happiness for all. That's the power of us.
Big Ten Saturday is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Stand Up to All Hate. Call a timeout against hate. Take a look at the one time these two teams have played in the regular season just over 100 years ago in Seattle, a Penn State victory. See how it read in the papers the next day. Whiteout here at Penn State tonight, enjoying the fact that Nittany Lions have finished the shutout. They've also scored touchdowns a couple of times. One's from both of you.
All right, come on, Jonah Coleman. Come on, Huskies. I mean, every Husky fan already knew this was going to be an almost impossible matchup. But, again, you got to stop the bleeding at some point, and you got to be able to get the ball into your best players. And hopefully we can get a Jonah Coleman touchdown here before half. And even if it ends up being 17-7 at that point before halftime, that's better than being down 14-0 or 17-0. So hopefully they can get a touchdown, but at least a field goal at the very minimum. I know, I watched, I saw. Yeah. Big dub. Good for Joey DeCord. Good for Jared McCann. Good for the team. Turbo. Bjorky, again, hasn't really gone our way really this year in the NHL, and it was a big victory. Little flip. Short gain by the Huskies. 5-yard gain. Come on, Rogers. Yeah, Huskies have a lot of injuries on that offensive line, and just like Oregon had that problem at the first couple games of the year, it's hard to be able to get your offense flowing, the right way when you don't really have your strongest pieces out there every single game. All right, start of the third quarter. I got to turn down the Husky game here for a little bit. I'll still keep it on though, and then I got to turn the volume back on here for the Ducks. Levering Jake Butt, the former Michigan tight end, on the broadcast there. Kenyon Barner. There we go. Jake Butt, a guy that never really panned out, but we remember him. Oh, intercepted by the Nittany Lions. What was that? That's tough. All right, Dan Lanning, let's go, baby. Hopefully we can finish this game in the high 30s or low 40s, and we can hold Maryland to 20 points or less. And second half kickoff, here we go. Touchback for Oregon. Yeah, Leach. Time of possession, only 11 minutes. I mean, you can't expect to get too many points in 11 minutes of action. And we only have 36 rushing yards on the ground, so to be able to have 21 points with only 36 rushing yards, 11 minutes, and 10 seconds of time of possession with a few little fuck-ups and penalties, that's definitely a win. Now, if we were only at, 10-10 or 13-10, then a little bit of concern, but we've done enough. Evan Stewart with the catch. There we go. And I think Dylan Gabriel has gotten much, much better as the season has gone along, as well as the play calling from Stein. Early on it was very, very vanilla, and they're definitely opening up the playbook more and more every single game, and we're getting stronger and stronger every week. It's all about that consistency. 11th ranked offense, 11th ranked defense. I would like to see that defense ranked in the top 5, but if you got 2 spots, in both ranked 11, out of over 100 Division I teams, I'll take that. But, definitely would like that defensive number to go up a little bit. And then hopefully that offensive number to go up a little bit too, so that way we can have, 2 top 7, categories. Top 7 offense, top 7 defense. Obviously 2 top 5s would be great, but, with the injuries that we've had, obviously there's going to be a little bit of a letdown with no Tez. Gabriel with the keeper. Good tackle there by the Terps. 3 and out. All right, no worries. Get that walk in. Exercise is critical. Ducks with the punt. Looks like your aggressive words at halftime looks like it did not carry over to the Ducks, Matt. Because what they did the last first half, the same thing continues. 21-10, Oregon. Ducks with the punt. Trust the process. Expected. Anytime you end up having an injury like that, this late in the year, it could end up being season ending, but it's not like the Cowboys were going to fucking make the playoffs anyways. They're terrible. So, the Commandos and Eagles, they're leading the way, and Dak will come back next year. a little overrated as a quarterback, for the money that he got. But again, if Jerry Jones doesn't care about winning Super Bowls and, they just want to be able to profit and make money, then Dak's your guy. And, then they'll, come back next year and we'll see what we get. But they got a lot of holes on that team. First down and 10. Tipped. Got to get that pick. Incomplete. I know, you don't care about anything. Ooh, big hit by the Huskies. Second down and 10. Shotgun set. Screen pass. Going back across the field. Tackle him. There you go. The tackle by the Ducks. I mean, it obviously is going to, it's going to affect fantasy value for guys like Reflect and CeeDee Lamb. Obviously dealing with his own injury as well. But obviously when you have Cooper Rush, it's not going to be the same type of throws and yardage that you're going to get with like a Dak Prescott, even though Dak might not be the greatest. But still, normally Dak is like a top 12, quarterback most of the time. Shotgun set. Edwards. Nice throw. Good tackle. First down. Terps. Move the chains. Stop spamming the chat, Matt. You don't need to write the same comment 3 times, brother. First down and 10. Man in motion. Shotgun set. Edwards. Hands it off. There you go. Good tackle there. One-yard gain. I don't know how it's an accident 3 times. Come on, bro. Second down and 9. Shotgun set. Edwards tipped and complete. Good defense there by Oregon. Now, where's the holding call on Davis on the Terps? Third down and 9. Get off the field, Oregon. There you go. Trips left. Shotgun set for Edwards. Oregon bringing pressure up the gut. Floater. And complete. Flags on the play. There we go. Good defense there by the Ducks. Good stop by Oregon. No, there's no PI on that play. That'd be definitely a reach if they called the PI on Oregon for something like that. All right, 4th down and 9. And we've seen this punter fumble the bag twice. So we'll see what we get here. Clean punt this time around. Fair catch. Massa. 21-10, Oregon. go, baby. Let's get it going. All right, Oregon, let's get it into gear. Now, the Huskies want to get it into gear. Hopefully, Jonah Coleman can at least get pay dirt for you, Captain, and for Reflect as well. But again, that's a tough environment. I mean, even if that was, Ohio State or Oregon or Indiana, anyone that has to go to Penn State on the road, regardless if you're number one ranked team or unranked, that's a difficult place to be able to get a dub at, regardless. They got a very strong home field advantage there at Penn State. But you could say that, for obviously Ohio State and the Shoe and Oregon and Austin and a few other locations too. So, ooh, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We only need a couple more likes to be able to get to 20. So if you're just hopping in, do your boys solid, smash that like button. We need 3 more to get to 20, and then we'll hit the algorithm, and then we should be able to get a little bit of a boost. We're at 18 now. Thank you so much. Gained a couple subs here today as well. A few more away to get to 20,700. 2 more likes to get to 20, and we're at 5 on the dono train, 95 to go. Levering, Jake Butt, and Kenyon Barner on the broadcast. Yep. Let them know, KB. Number one ranking is great and all, but we just have to be able to, take each game one at a time. But it does feel good to get the recognition from a lot of the big boys and the other, coaches and whatnot that, instead of saying Oregon is a pretender and they're not good and this is a false ranking, those were the type of narratives that we would get in the past, but now, almost across the board, with Saban and a lot of the other, individuals, they're saying that, hey, this is the number one team in the country for a reason. They're the most consistent, and obviously consistency is king. Now, we still got, 3 more games to go here in the regular season. Maryland, Wisconsin, Washington, Big Ten championship against Ohio State, most likely, after they play Indiana and beat them. And then we'll see if we play Ohio State in the Natty. That's what I'm hoping for. Extra point is up and good for Penn State. It's a tough one, Husky fans. Yeah, baby. LaMichael and Kenyon, baby. We're a great 1-2 punch. And even before that with LeGarrette Blount. Oh, yeah. No one's beating D'Anthony. 3rd down and 3. Shotgun set. Gabriel. Scrambling. Gambling. Keeping his eyes downfield. Towards the sideline. Evan Stewart. And another 3 and out. Come on, Oregon. Run the fucking football. Let's go. Again, receivers need to get open, but you can definitely tell with no Tez Johnson, the offense is being affected by it. Again, you got Evan Stewart and you got Justice Lowe and you got a few of these other guys. But again, oh, we got a fake. We got a fake. Go, go, go. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go, Ducks. There we go. That's exactly what we needed. Big fake. And especially, when the offense has, been struggling a little bit here in the second half. So what a great time to call a fake punt, even in our own territory. Nice call by Dan Lanning. Nice call by Will Stein. Let's go. Nice job, baby. Let's go. First down and 10, man in motion. Gabriel, halfback toss, reverse, flea flicker. Gabriel, looking, going deep, got a man. Oh, that's PI. Where's the PI? How is the ref looking at the player when he gets hit and doesn't call the penalty? What's going on with these refs? And then the second ref has to come in and make that call. Man, these refs are terrible. Like, how is the ref right there in front of the action not calling the penalty? Ridiculous. Barry Fisher hits him with the shoulder, and you're looking right at it and don't call it? Come on, refs. Jesus Christ, these Big Ten refs are terrible. You got to wait for someone else to come in and call the flag? Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, we get more, non-calls and outcomes being determined by the refs in the NFL. We definitely see it in college football, but typically it's in the first three quarters, not as much in the fourth, where they decide the outcome of a game. But something so clear and blatant, what are you looking at? Are you even looking? Are your eyes open? Mind-boggling. And I get, how hard it is to be a referee. Being a ref takes a lot of effort. You got to be in shape. You got to know all the rules, and again, we don't give enough credit to the refs on, being able to do, a good job. But, man, some of these guys need to be replaced. Floater. Wow. And another flag. 1-on-2. Trayshawn Holden. First down, Oregon. That could have been an interception by Gabriel. That was a little risky of a play. But Trayshawn Holden climbing the ladder, going to flight school. Big stiff arm, obviously, on the defender right there. Defender comes in and gives him a pop after getting a stiff arm and sending him into the turf. And a big catch by Trayshawn Holden. First down, Oregon. First and goal. Let's get this touchdown, baby. Man in motion. Little fake. And Maryland secondary playing good. They're not really getting too confused. A lot of their players are staying home and staying disciplined. T. Ferd, incomplete. And let's not forget about running the football. Let's get the football in the running back's hands with Jordan James and Noah Whittington, especially with Noah. This would be a good opportunity to be able to, get a few looks. And it doesn't have to be just, traditional halfback dive or a halfback counter. Be creative with it. Jet sweep, reverse, you can kind of mix it up. Don't get too cute out there, but mix it up a little bit. Play action fake, he's open. Touchdown, Oregon. There we go. That's how we roll, baby. You got to be a little bit creative with the playbook right there. And that was the perfect play call right there by Dylan Gabriel, Will Stein, and Dan Lanning. Beautiful. FBS record now by Dylan Gabriel. That was sweet. Hell yeah. Wow, look at the big man. Oh, my God. 2-point conversion by an offensive lineman. What the hell is going on here? Oregon's getting the offensive lineman into the game. Oh, my. Oh, my. Are you kidding me? Oh, my. First, Janoris Wilson goes in with the tutty. 2-point conversion. Oh, my goodness. Janoris Wilson. Wow. Well, that definitely opened up the game right there, when things weren't looking too hot, in the first half. But A lot of trickery. I always love it when they end up doing trick plays, and then it's like an offensive lineman that lines up eligible, and then the offensive lineman catches the touchdown. But normally, if you end up getting, like, let's say, an offensive lineman to catch a touchdown, how likely is it that they end up doing a two-point conversion with like an offensive lineman, and he's the one that actually runs it in like a fullback? That was one of the most unique sequences that Oregon football has done, maybe in the last 10 years, in back-to-back plays. Wow. Even my microphones can't handle it. Wow, 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 wow. Wild. Big man with that two-point conversion. Pretty sweet. All right, talk soon. (29-10) Oregon. Awesome, man. I wasn't expecting that, and that's a good thing, because I feel with like Stein in the first 2 to 3 weeks, very predictable, very vanilla. But every game since then, there's been at least one unpredictable play a game, and let alone when you end up going for the fake punt, then you end up trying to go to an offensive lineman, then you go for a big man. I mean, how often is that? I mean, I don't think you're going to really see that in college football or the NFL. 2-point conversion, and you're going to let an offensive lineman try to rumble and bumble in. And maybe that offensive lineman played tight end, maybe when he was in Pop Warner or in high school. A lot of these guys that end up, transitioning from tight end and being a tackle or a guard, sometimes they have a little experience, or maybe he ended up having a little bit of running back experience when he was in Pop Warner or in high school as a kid. But a lot of guys will, play multiple positions growing up. And, man, that touchdown and that 2-point conversion, that was amazing. On top of the fake punt that we convert on the fake punt, check. Touchdown, check. Big man for the 2-point conversion, check. That was one of the best unique sequences I've seen from the Oregon Ducks ever. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. 29-10, Oregon. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. A couple more likes to be able to hit the goal. 3 more to go. Let's get there, baby. 3 more to go. 2 more to go. We're at 18. 2 more to go. I mean, how the hell are they going to snap it to the left tackle and he's going to run it in? Unbelievable. And I guarantee that might be something that we see again. They probably are only going to be using it, once or twice a season. But the success that they had there, now they can't do it again this game, and they can't do it in the next 2 games. But maybe in the college football playoff or possibly in the Big Ten championship, we might be able to see that play again. But again, Ohio State would definitely be looking for it at some point. So maybe a team in the college football playoff, when we play someone, maybe we bring it out at that point. Awesome. Second down and 7. There we go. Now we're hitting our stride. And sometimes after a couple 3 and outs, you just got to be able to bump the creativity up a little bit. But it all started with that conversion on the fake punt. And then, just letting the game come to you and letting that creativity come out with the athletes that we have on this team. Awesome job. Third down and 7. And again, if we can get a stop here, more than likely we're going to get a field goal or a touchdown on this next drive. The momentum is starting to kick in for Oregon. Game is already out of reach for Maryland. Third down and 7. Edwards, scrambling, gambling. First down, Terps. Move the chains. First down and 10 for the Terrapins. Shotgun set for Edwards. Going long, going deep. Got a man, but overthrown, incomplete. Flag on the play. Jabbar Muhammad with the flag. Good call. Muhammad was beat. He grabbed him, got caught, and hopefully he won't get caught or do it again. First down and 10. 29-10 Oregon. Slow first half. Great third quarter. Let's keep the momentum going. Too many penalties, though, for Oregon. 7 for 65. Unacceptable. Pass in the corner. Incomplete. Didn't look like the receiver thought it was going to be back shoulder. Second down and 10. Penn State 21-0 on the Huskies. Come on, Huskies. Storm bomb. What's good? No worries. We're still at 5. Hopefully we can get a few more. 95 to go. And we only need 2 more likes to get to 20. So if you can help with that, Sarah, I'd appreciate it. Second down and 10. Hopefully the dinner was good. No dinner yet for me, but we're starting to eat here for Oregon. Hamby, short game. Oh, no. Bobby Allison passed away? No way. When did that happen? Just now? Now, obviously, we got the NASCAR Cup Championship in Phoenix tomorrow, which I'll be watching. How's Bandit doing? Good? And Penn State is rolling. Third down and 7. Shotgun set, man in motion, handoff, up the gut, hit him! First down, Terps. Move the chains. I mean, Captain, that's just a tough matchup, bro. I mean, even if that's Oregon, even if that's Ohio State, I mean, even if it's like one of the top teams in the country, that's a tough environment. We got 4 wide. Man in motion. Shotgun set for Edwards. First down and 10. Ducks bringing the pressure. Where's the hold? Can we get a holding call, please? Floater. Oh, that would have been a crazy over-the-shoulder catch by Felton if he was able to get that. Pass incomplete. Just overthrown on Felton, and I'm loving those reflective numbers for the Terps. Yeah, playing an instrument is never easy. It's always going to be tough. Second down and 10. Shotgun set. Little bootleg play action towards the sideline. He's open. First down, Terps. Move the chains. We're almost there. 2 more to go. Man in motion. Quick slant. And completed. Nice catch by Smith. Octavian Smith Jr. Did Joey Logano get a penalty or something? Uh-oh, failed pre-race inspection. Crew member ejected. Uh-oh. And complete. Muhammad got a hand on it. Well, we're going to be going for Byron and then Blaney anyway, so obviously that's an advantage for Reddick and Blaney especially, and Byron, so. That's not a good look if you're a Joey Logano fan. My God. Third down and 4. Still can't believe Larson isn't in the playoff. I mean, if Chase didn't get in, I get it. He didn't really, race as, he had some good consistent races in top 5 and top 10, but just not enough wins. But still kind of mind-boggling to me that Larson didn't make the playoff. It's like, how are you going to win fucking 6 races and not be in the playoff? The rules need to change. Flag on the play. Holding. Offense. Bring that back. 10-yard penalty. Bunyan with the hold. Bobby and David. Nittany Lions with another touchdown, so I guess Captain Oreo is going to turn it off. 3rd and 14. Shotgun set. Edwards tipped and complete. Good defense by Oregon, getting pressure right up the gut. 4th down and 14. Nice job, Birch. How's Genty looking, Sarah? I'll probably turn that game on as well. "48-yarder." Oregon's player is already on the other side when they call the penalty. Offside on the defense. Come on, Oregon. Focus. 4th down. Looks like Notre Dame is up comfortably on Florida State. Alabama up comfortably on LSU. But they're playing Nevada, so that should be an easy win for Boise State. 4th down and 9. Edwards, pass incomplete. Oregon football, let's go. Big stop. .310 left in the 3rd quarter, 29-10, Oregon. Let me see what games we got going on here. Mississippi State, Tennessee, UCF, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, TCU, Florida State, Notre Dame, Bama, LSU. I think I'm going to turn on Bama LSU for a little bit. Let me throw that one on. Let me scout a little bit of Bama. Oh, it's halftime. Shit. Never mind. All right, Boise State it is. Let me turn it on. Oh, it's halftime there as well. Shit, everything's halftime, damn it. 14-14, Boise State and Nevada. Well, I guess I'm not going to be watching something else. Understandable. I mean, it's not often that every single one of our teams is going to be successful. You know, it's like, you know, sometimes, I mean, unless you're a bandwagon fan, you know, then everyone is going to be like, you know, whatever the main team is, you know, at the time. Lakers, Warriors, you know, Cowboys, even though that's not really a bandwagon team to be rooting for. Yankees, Dodgers, whatever it may be, you know. But, you know, like Blazers are bad. Even if the Mariners don't make the playoffs every year, I still got mad love, and I'm always going to support them no matter what, even though we hate our owner and GM. but we're still going to be able to support. Kraken haven't really been doing that well, but they had a big win last night. Ducks, that's probably the one bright spot for me. And the Buccaneers would have been good for me also this year if Mike Evans and Godwin didn't get hurt. So instead of going to the NFC Championship game or winning the NFC South, now, I kind of waiting for the season to be over on that end too. So, not every fan base and not every team is going to be great. I usually only have one good team out of my 4 or 5 that I root for per year. It's very rare that I have 2 or more that are successful. So, 1 out of 5 doesn't sound good, but it's better than having none out of 5. 29-10, Oregon. We're at 5, 95 to go, baby. Thanks for the like, Captain. Where are we at now? Are we at 19 then? We need one more? Yeah, Gabriel. Go, Noah. Go, Noah. Don't fumble it. There we go. First down, Ducks. Yeah, they mentioned it on the broadcast as well. Number 1 over what? Case Keenum. And obviously he's going to extend that, moving forward. Shotgun set. No, Whittington, negative yardage there. Run for no gain on that drive. 2nd down and 10. So now with Georgia going down and Miami going down, I wonder what we're going to be looking at as far as a top 5 after this weekend is up. Obviously, Indiana moves up. But how many spots? That's the question. Obviously, if Michigan was ranked, quite a few more, but still a good win for the Hoosiers. Janoris Wilson and Josh Connerly Jr., offensive line. I love the creativity, baby. Yeah. Shador and Travis Hunter. 3rd down and 11, shotgun set. Gabriel. Run it, baby, run it. Ooh, takes a big pop on each side. Hopefully he's okay. Got sandwiched up like an Oreo cookie on the left and on the right, and Gabriel's the filling in the middle. Looks like he's okay. Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Indiana. Sounds about right. Shotgun set on 4th down and 4. Gabriel, floater, and complete. Receiver was open too. Turnover on down, but we are up 19. So again, there are going to be times that we, are going to try to extend the drive. I'm not mad on that. That isn't, that's not upsetting. We're fine. I mean, hell, after you have an offensive lineman score a touchdown and an offensive lineman, a different one, get the 2-point conversion, I think we're going to be okay here in the 4th quarter. 29-10, Oregon with 34 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Viewers had 5. Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Indiana. This would be a good time to be able to get like a pick 6 or a fumble for a touchdown or, a big strip sack, something like that. But we'll see. Or even just a sack lunch for that matter. I'll take that, but we'll see. Hopefully we can force a 3 and out. Let's go, baby. Go Ducks. Shout out to Dylan Gabriel, number 1 in FBS and touchdowns in college football history. I love participating in the shout dance and being down there. Like I said, it's my home away from home. Yeah, basketball stinks. I mean, hell, it's like I don't even know if I can even do NHL games in confidence this year. If we get enough people, but again, if there's not enough Kraken fans, on YouTube, it's gonna be kind of one of those things is like a filler stream. But again, it's like if we're not gonna get really good support on the NHL or on the NBA, I might bring back freestyle streams, back like once a week, where we end up doing, like food or whatever, I kind of miss doing streams like that. And we don't have to do it for 2-3 hours. We could always just do it for like an hour and a half, and just to be able to touch base with everybody for that particular day, go over anything that's, sports or pop culture that's, worthy of talking about, and then just throwing up photos of our favorite things, whatever that may be. But again, if support is going to be a little limited on, NHL or NBA, I would rather just do freestyle. So. Yeah, and they've been going over the numbers on the viewership in the NBA, and it's been tanking the last couple of years, like dramatically. What a catch! Wow. First down, Terps. I mean, we'll do some March Madness coverage, but other than that, it's just, man, I just wish the NBA wasn't in the state of what it's at right now. But I guess that's where we're at, shooting 80 to 93s a game, nobody playing defense. It's just, it's not a very good product right now, and it hasn't been good in a long time. And if we could end up getting the proper support on that, I wouldn't mind doing it. But just I want to make sure that I'm enjoying what I'm watching. End of the third quarter, 29-10. And I know there's a lot of people that think that they like the NBA and they do the streams because they know some people are going to watch. But I don't know. I just can't be a fake person and act like I'm having a great time even though I'm fucking in hell. And I feel like with the NBA, that's where you're kind of bad. It's just not a good product. Yeah, MLB isn't boring for me, though, because I have a connection. And again, it all depends if you have a connection. I met Ken Griffey Jr. when I was 7, so I've always had a connection. I go to the games, I get memorabilia. I got a Julio foul ball, an Aaron Judge foul ball, Kike Hernandez foul ball. So again, everyone is going to be a little bit different. Football and wrestling are the easiest things to watch. But for NHL, MLB, NBA, NASCAR, that's going to be something where you actually have to know a lot about the sport and the players and the teams. And if you don't know a whole lot, then you're probably not going to be interested. But the more that you know, the more interesting it's going to be. Like for me, the NBA is dog shit, right? And I hate it. I love NASCAR and I love the MLB, and I understand some people don't like the MLB or NASCAR, but I would rather watch NASCAR and MLB than the NBA or the NHL or something else. That's just, based off my pecking order, on what I would like to watch. Obviously, NFL, college football, and wrestling will be at the top for me, and obviously MLB as well. But it's all, it all really depends on, the connection that you have with the particular sport. So, yeah. What state do you live in? What state do you live in, Steele? Yeah. But again, if I didn't meet Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr., Sandy Koufax, when I was 7 and 10, maybe my Mariner connection wouldn't be as strong. Still would be watching, but I might not be like a diehard like I am. Maybe I wouldn't be a Fairweather fan. That's for damn sure. But I would still be a fan. But obviously, it took my fandom to a whole nother level when that happened. And the crazy thing is that the NBA used to be my favorite growing up as a kid. But also I grew up in the Jordan, Bird, Magic, Clyde Drexler, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Shaq era. And to go from those type of players to what we're seeing now, it's, it's like the biggest, you went from being one of the number one sports all the way to being like the worst. Virginia. Oh, okay. So in Virginia, you're not going to have, as far as like pro teams to go for. And why Clemson instead of Virginia Tech? You no love for Virginia Tech or for Virginia, living in Virginia? No love for those schools? Handoff up the gut. Short game. Well, once you have a lead, typically you're going to run the football to bleed the clock. And we'll see, how many more yards Gabriel gets. So, I mean, he's at 159 right now with 2 tutties. So, he ain't going to get 280. So, if you have a parlay, good luck with that. But that's not going to happen. Dylan Gabriel, don't give a fuck about your parlay. 2nd down and 7. Good tackle there by Oregon. Oh, you were born in South Carolina? Ah, okay. See, I figured there was something more to the story, and that makes sense now. Now I get it. Yeah, you weren't born and bred in Virginia full and full, through and through. There was another connection with another state. Now that makes sense. I got you. How long have you been living in Virginia, Steele? Uh-oh, Jordan Birch is down. 3rd down and 7. Hopefully Birch is okay. Keep peace to our defense. But the one thing about the NBA that I can say, even though I don't like it, and it's my sport that I hate the most now, even though it was my number one sport when I was a kid, is that going to the Blazer games in person so much better than watching it on TV. And I got front row seats against I think Utah the day after Christmas, so I'll be down there, watching Kling Kong from UConn and Scoot and Shaden Sharp and Jeremy Grant and the rest. So. I'll have fun, obviously, in person, but, on TV, I still end up watching the Blazers, but I don't watch every game beginning to end, and I don't know if I would even call myself a Blazer fan compared to some of the diehards that still watch, from beginning to end. So, I'm more of a kind of a fair weather fan when it comes to the Blazers now, but I do watch, I would say in an 82-game season, I probably watch 5 to 10 full games a year, I wish I could watch more, but it just... watching your team get fucking obliterated by 20 to 40 points every night is not fun. 4th down and 2. Shotgun set. Edwards. Wide open. 1st down, Terps. Now, if he would have went to 24 there, that would have been a touchdown to Hemby, but didn't look his way. Hemby was wide open. Smith with the catch. 1st down and goal. About 3 years. Nice. You want to type in the chat, Steele, your teams that you represent for basketball, baseball, football, hockey, or whatever your main teams are. So that way people can get to know you a little bit more. We always like to get to know the newbies in the channel. You seem like you would be a good fit here on the channel. It usually doesn't take that long for a lot of the core members of this channel to realize if someone's going to be a good fit here or not. We get people in here talking about parlays and this and that, but you seem like you would be a good fit to this channel, Steele. It's always good to be able to get another Fanatic family member added on to the channel. I mean, and it's not that hard to be, to become a member and to be like family, here. It's like have some chat etiquette, be respectful, don't spam up the chat, be a normal fucking human being, but again, obviously some people don't know how to be normal. They don't understand the chat etiquette and the regular basic things, the basic rules that are unspoken, on being a chat. But you seem like you could be a good fit here. Second and goal. Second and goal. Man in motion. Shotgun set for Edwards. See what Billy does. Hands off. Short gain right up the gut. Third and goal. Hemby. 2-yard gain to the Oregon 6. Less than 12 minutes to go for the Terps. Clemson, Steelers, Pirates, nice. Skeens, baby. Clippers, interesting. Columbus Blue Jackets, interesting. And then out of those teams that you represent, what are the ones that you actually are like your main ones? Are the Clippers and the Blue Jackets the ones that are just kind of like the throw-in ones, like my Blazers? Floater and complete. So Clemson, Steelers, Pirates are your main teams, and then Clippers and Blue Jackets are kind of just like the extras. Flag on the play on third and goal. Or do you consider the Blue Jackets one of your main? Well, this is going to end up being a touchdown for the Terps. Steelers and Tigers, that's okay. How much Pirate baseball do you watch? Not very much, huh? Not really a baseball fan? I mean, hell with Skeens. Skeens alone is going to make a lot of people a fucking baseball fan in that area. I mean, every time he pitches, I watch. Beginning to end. Phenom. Better than Strasburg. Shotgun set on first down and goal. Blitz coming. Touchdown, Terps. Octavian Smith Jr. with the tutty. Yeah, not an MLB fan. No, it's all about the connection. And I think a lot of times if you have a connection when you're a young kid, that makes it stronger as you get older. But if you have no connection as a young adult or a young kid, it's kind of hard to become a hardcore fan of something if you weren't a fan of it when you were younger. Personal foul, roughing the passer. And forced on the kickoff. Touchdown. Okay, on the try. That's what I figured. Hands to the face. They decide to call it in college, but Joe Burrow can't get that call, huh? Sam Darnold can't get that call. Bucky Irving can't get that call in the NFL. Interesting. Yeah, Steelers Commandos is probably the best game this weekend if we're actually looking at teams and matchups. I'll be watching. I'll be watching Red Zone, and I will be watching that game for sure. 2-point try. Man in motion. Edwards. And he goes in right up the gut himself. 2-point conversion is good. 29-18, Oregon. Yeah, TJ will have another chance at winning Defensive Player of the Year. He'll definitely be in the top 3 in voting again. All right, Oregon, time to put this game away. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help your boy out. One more like to get to 20. If you're in the room and haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. There we go. We finally got it. 2 hours and 52 minutes in, but better late than never. Thank you so much. We're at 20. Next goal will be 25. And then obviously if we can get close to 30, that would be the goal. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. And obviously secondary goal will be obviously the Dono train. We're at 5, 95 to go. And hopefully we'll get someone to help out on that end as well. Penn State still up 28-0 on the Huskies, unfortunately. Uh-oh, they're about to score again. Down the sideline. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Oh, my. 35-0, but there's a flag on the play. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate you. Every dollar counts, man. Come in here, honey. Hi, honey. Appreciate you, Captain. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little Cactus Jack. Bye, bye. Appreciate you. We're at 8 now, 92 to go. Lay down over here, Victor. Over here. Lay down over here. I got my pup in the room here now. I'm still watching. You know, no matter if things are good, bad, or ugly, you know, like I said, hard to watch, you know, when you're getting pounded like that. But, you know, hopefully there'll be a couple bright spots in the game where they don't get fucking shut out. You know, at least hopefully Jonah Coleman can get in the end zone at least once or twice. It's back on the Boise State game. Okay, good, because I want to turn that on. Thank you for that reminder. Nevada and Boise State, let me turn that on. Got to watch as many games as possible. You got to soak in college football because, again, as well as the NFL, pretty soon it'll be over, you know, and if you don't watch enough games, you're going to miss it even more. So, and I always try to watch as much as possible, soak in every possible game that I can on the college football side as well as the NFL. (14-14) Nevada and Boise State, 29-18 Oregon, Maryland, 28-0 Penn State over Washington. But we got to get the Huskies in the end zone, baby, for mental health, for Captain Oreo and Reflect and every Husky fan that I know. But it's a tough environment, tough place to play. Ooh, Huskies might have got a turnover there, possibly. I'm not sure if that was a catch and a fumble. It looked like it could have been. Second down and 7. Football heaven, man. Game after game after game. Less than 11 minutes to go. And again, we don't want to be able to just try to hang on to the win. We need to go for the jugular. You know, if you just hand the ball off, and we're not getting positive yardage, and you're just trying to hang on to the win, that's when Maryland will come back. And again, we need to make sure that we're sprinkling in a good amount of runs and passes to be able to, you know, get big first downs like that one right there. First down, Oregon. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Go, Gabriel. Go, Gabriel. There we go. First down. Ducks. Move the trays. There you go. Good girl. Let's go. She was sleeping on the couch. She woke up. She missed Dad, so she's in here now. I got a nice, throw, that very, very soft, throw blanket. I ended up getting one of those new ones. I got some new sheets and pillowcases and pillows. And me and Paige have been sleeping really, really good compared to, the prior months where we, had some like older, sheets, older pillow, not really a soft blanket or comforter. And yeah, things are much, much better now, and she's probably in puppy heaven right now, nice and comfortable. Now with Dad. Notre Dame, Florida State, 28-3. No way in hell that happens. Florida State's fucking terrible. Boise State's uniforms here with the black, kind of swaggy. Black helmet, black pants, black top. Looking kind of fire. Touchdown, Broncos. Ashton Genty, the best running back in the country. Third down and 5 for the Ducks. We've got an injured Terp down. Hopefully he's okay. Let me know what you want to be able to see, Captain. If you want a Seahawk photo, another Husky player other than Jonah Coleman, even though things are kind of rough right now. 21-14, Boise State on Nevada, which should be a win. I mean, if Boise State were to lose in Nevada, that would be a crushing loss for that program. Well, they got tired, and if you get tired and you just try to hang on to a win and you're going against Tom Brady and Gronk and Belichick and you dink and doink your way back into the game, it's funny too because I had a couple of my buddies, Nick and Brooks, at my house for that Super Bowl, and I told them when they were down 28-3 that the Patriots were going to come back and win the Super Bowl, and we bet. And I told them, I was like, watch, they're going to dink and doink and come back, and they did. Sometimes you just get a feeling, when you get an icon and a superstar like Brady in his bag. And of course, it was one of those crazy things. But if anyone were to come back from down 25, there's probably only 2 guys that would have been able to do it at that time, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. And that's exactly what happened. So, Shanahan isn't a very good coach in the fourth quarter, even though he is a very intelligent coach, but he just still hasn't been able to figure out how to be able to win a fourth quarter in the big game. And if Shanahan were a good fourth quarter coach, he probably would have a couple championships under his belt at this point. So it's a little unfortunate for them. Let me see what kind of Seahawks I can throw up here real quick. Give it some time. The whole division is, neck and neck. You're not going to be able to just take over the NFL in your first year. And again, it's probably a good thing that everyone is neck and neck in that division. I'll get you some player photos for the Hawks in a moment. Third down and 5 with 8:30 and counting in the fourth quarter, 29-18, Ducks by 11. Shotgun set. Gabriel. Going deep. Got a man. Incomplete. But if it was anybody but, Peyton Manning or Brady, they're not going to come back in that situation. Everything had to play out. And it also helps with like Edelman and the helmet catch. I mean, a lot of other special things had to happen, but you could kind of feel the momentum, when it ended up going from, 28-3, 28-10, 28, 16, 17. And then once it got to that point when they were only down 10 or 11, you kind of felt like they were going to win. Like it just, Atlanta was just trying to hang on, and they weren't trying to win the game, and it came back to bite them. You just can't run the ball, punt, run the ball, punt. At some point, the other team is going to catch fire, and that's exactly what happened. 4th down and 20. $11 penalties, 90 yards, and I know Dan Lanning is going to go over the team with that particular stat. We need to clean that up. I mean, if you're going to have penalties, you want to have as close to 0 as possible, but let's be honest, it's college football, but you want to be in the 5 or 6 range, if you're going to have a few, 1 per quarter or 2 per quarter, something like that. If it were to happen, you don't want it to be in double digits. But it happens sometimes. 29-18 Oregon. Hopefully the defense will step up here. Not every game is going to go based off script. Sometimes the other team is going to overachieve and play a little bit better, and sometimes we're going to be a little lackadaisical. Again, everyone's going to give us their best shot when you're the number 1 team in the country. All right, Billy Edwards. They're on the 8-yard line, but this is a good opportunity for a pick 6 to end the game, fumble for a touchdown, a punch out. There's going to be some pressure here, and we might be able to make a big play happen with the Oregon defense here. Nothing behind us, everything in front of us. Shotgun set for Edwards. Pump fake. Get him! Tipped and complete. Good job. Huskies get on the board, 28-3. There we go. Go Ducks. Let's go defense. Second down and 10. Shotgun set for Edwards. Tipped again. There we go. There we go. 2 in a row, baby. Put your hands up. Have that good awareness. Third down and 10. Good job by Oregon. And thank God, the defense is the strong suit for the team. I mean, if this was in years past, where we had a top 5 or top 10 offense and a top 80 defense, we'd be in fucking trouble right now. So top 11 offense, top 11 defense. Let's get those numbers both in the top 10 and hopefully closer to top 5 for both. Intercepted. I called it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. When your boy knows, you know. And again, anytime you get a team that has the ball inside the 10, there's always going to be a chance for a tipped pass, an interception, a fumble. And there you go. If we had a little bit better blocking, that could have been a pick 6, and then the game would have been over. But I'll take good pressure, tip pass, get it up in the air. There we go. Two tips, and then we end up getting another tip by the receiver right into Oregon's hands. Johnson with the pick. Great awareness. This game is over. Let's go. Hell yeah. And on top of that, no turnovers for the Ducks, even though we have a lot of penalties. It's a give and take thing. We're at 8:92 to go. Let's get to at least 10 if we can. But we want to get at least, somewhere in that 10 to 50 range if possible. Handoff. Noah Whittington, short game. Second and goal. Well, once we punch this in for a touchdown, there's no coming back, obviously, for Maryland. Yeah, Jordan James might be injured. Little flip. to Ferg. I don't know if I like that call. A little Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chief play. There's no point in getting cute, running a play like that. And obviously not having Jordan James accessible is not ideal. And hopefully he's not seriously injured, because that would definitely be very devastating to us. But he's not in the game. And again, let's get a little bit more creative with like a jet sweep in that situation instead of that little flip pass. I feel like when you do that flip pass, you're more likely to get a turnover on that or have it not work out. Now, man in motion, 3rd and goal. I'll start on Oregon. Oh, come on. Oregon shooting themselves in the foot with the execution here at the end of the game. A lot of meetings with Dan and the team after this game. No, exactly. Just like I said, not going to be a fun team meeting. Yeah, too many. Yeah, unfortunately, Indiana isn't going to get there because Ohio State will beat the brakes off of them. Might be somewhat close in the first half, but you would assume Ohio State will end them with style points in the second half, regardless if the game is playing at the shoe or with Indiana. 3rd and goal, Justice Lowe short of the marker. Take the field goal here. Take the points. No need to get greedy and try to go for the jugular, especially if we don't have Jordan James accessible. You can't really count on some of the other offensive weapons. Take the field goal. Yeah, bad call, Matt. Good call, O-Dog. 4th and goal. Strategy. It's when you know football. You don't go for it here. Kick is up, and it's good. 32-18, Oregon. Britt in the building. How are you? Love you. Miss you. How have you been? Gained a few more subs here today. How many subs did we get today? 3? 3 subs today just in this stream. Shout out to the new subs. 32-18, Oregon. Overwhelmed and overworked. Well, hopefully you'll be. Are you going to be able to watch the race tomorrow, or do you have another birthday party or obligation? There was some news about Sarah that dropped about Joey Logano having some issues with him and his team. I mean, we're not really rooting for him anyways. We want Byron to be able to take it, and I would assume Blaney will be favored, and then after that. Obviously I would rather have Byron win it all. And then if not Byron, give me, Blaney for the back-to-back. And then probably, then Joey and then probably Reddick or whatever. But I don't really care for Reddick or Joey that much, but it is what it is. Would it be a lot better if we had our guy, Chase Elliott in there? Napa know-how. But maybe next year. 32-18, Oregon. See if we can squeeze in a couple photos here for Captain. Already back from the commercial break, though. to a place I belong, West Virginia. Yeah, I need an update on that too. (32-18) Oregon, 5:47 left. Paisley Pup snuggling in here. Ready for the NASCAR Cup Championship tomorrow there in Phoenix. We'll be watching that. And then the next stream that we'll be doing will be Sunday Night Football with the Lions and the Texans. Sounds like Nico Collins got activated off IR, which is good for Reflect and his fantasy team. Offensive line for the Texans is dog shit, so I assume there'll be some sack lunches and pressures by the Lions, and it should be a pretty fun game to call tomorrow. Play action fake by Edwards, and complete. Come on, Oregon. Let's go. Shotgun set. Edwards. Get that sack. Just misses the sack lunch. Tackle him. Be smart there. No late hits. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Try to get us to 30 if possible, or at least 25 if possible. 3rd down and 4. Third down and 4. Less than 5 minutes to go. Pressure up the middle. Floater. Intercepted! Jacobs with the pick. Back-to-back picks, baby. It's a pick party. Hell yeah. 3 turnovers for Maryland. 0 for Oregon. I mean, we have way too many penalties, but at least we don't have the turnovers. And that was a hell of an interception by the Oregon Ducks. Let's go. Hell yeah. Truex, Logano, Chastain, Larson, Elliott, starting 5. Hopefully Chase, our boy, has got a really good last race. He was good last week, but just not enough. Now they're reviewing the INT. What's there to review? It's an interception. Not even close. Yeah, that's an interception. You know, like on that other play where we stepped out of bounds and they ended up giving it to us. Yeah, but that's clearly a pick. It's right on his bicep the whole time. Yep, call stands. Good call. I mean, could you imagine if they called that incomplete? We riot. But I guess that's the Big Ten refs, right? And this 32-18 score is nice, but I'm kind of concerned about Jordan James. Hopefully his injury isn't serious because we're going to need him, not only for Wisconsin and Washington the next 2 weeks, but the Big Ten championship against Ohio State and the college football playoff. If we don't got Jordan James and no Tez Johnson, 2 of the best offensive players not named Dylan Gabriel, that's going to be really tough to be able to win it all. You know, let alone to be even get to the natty or make a deep run in the college football playoff. Truex, Logano, Chastain, Larson, and Elliott. Now I got to look to see what time the race is on tomorrow. Is it like 11:30 Pacific? I mean, I'll be watching Red Zone and multiple NFL games in the morning, but I'm definitely watching the entire race from beginning to end. Let's look where we at. NASCAR Cup 12. Okay, on NBC. Previous winner was Ross Chastain at this track. Okay. Yeah. And Sarah sent a little update, based off some of that information. Failed pre-race inspection twice. Crew member ejected, and then pit selection. Bye-bye. And then Sarah mentioned also the Bobby Allison passed away. '86. All right, first down and 10 for the Ducks. Let's end this game. Noah Whittington up the gut. Jordan Phillips with the tackle. Short game. Second down and 9. Yeah. You got a prediction on who's going to win the race tomorrow? Not necessarily who's going to win the championship, but who's going to win the race tomorrow? Sarah with $1. Every dollar counts. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little cactus jack. Bang, bang. We're at 9. One more to 10. 91 to go. What do you want to do for your photo? Let me know what you want. I got you. Shotgun set. Good tackle there by Maryland and the Terps. Yeah, Truex would be cool. So is he officially retiring after this year? Like that's his last race of his career? He's not coming back next year? Because obviously he was contemplating that last year and whatnot. So I would assume that this is Truex's last race as a pro. As far as full-time. What, Paisley? Oh. Gabriel, there we go. Touchdown, Oregon. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Evan Stewart hitting the end zone. Way to end the game. Bring that electricity to the Ducks. Paisley loves it. I love it, baby. Let's go. Nice job, Lanning. Nice job, Evan. Kick is up and good. 39-18. Oregon. $180 scores. Let's go. got you. Let's go. You already know what it is. 39-18, Oregon. Got a backup quarterback in here for Maryland since the game is over. Flag on the play. (39-18) Oregon. MJ Morris in the game now. I'm not sure if that's funny or not. It might be funny to you, but third down. Third down and 10. Shotgun set. Floater. Morris, incomplete. No, I don't think that's it whatsoever. It's understanding how to read the room. You know, if you're not able to read the room and understand how, you know, you're supposed to act in a chat, then, you know, that's what happens. Situational awareness. Fourth down and 10. There's always a time and a place to say certain things. And if you understand awareness, then you'll know when to do those things. If you don't have the awareness, then you will not. Bryant, fair caught. 2:06 left here in the fourth. Flag on the play. Manning with the flop, looking like LeBron. 39-18 Oregon. Shotgun set. Loss on the play. Less than 2 minutes to go. Minute 58 left. Oregon up big. .158 left in the fourth. 39-18 Oregon. Not the cleanest game, but again, finding a way to win even when things get a little bit ugly. And a dub is a dub. We got Wisconsin next week, Washington Huskies after that, Big Ten championship against Ohio State more than likely, and then we'll see what happens when we go to the college football playoff. Let's go. Hopefully Jordan James is not seriously injured. I appreciate that. I wish I could end up wearing more of my green apple stuff, if I'm honest, because I got a lot of beanies and a lot of green apple and yellow merch that I can't wear on stream because of the green screen. And I'd love to be able to rock the Herbert or the Bo Nix or the, all my green apple hoodies and jerseys and hats and fucking beanies. But unfortunately, I am not able to wear those things on stream with the green screen. Yeah. It'll be a good bounce back game, obviously going against UCLA at home. And I would assume Jonah Coleman will have a big day. Lamar. First down, Oregon. Yeah, but the difference is, Captain, is you're going to be at home and you're not on the road, right? So, again, it was a trap game for Iowa on the road. And, again, now if you were playing in the same situation and you were going to be on the road again, then the same fate might happen. But since you're at home, I think the home crowd is going to will you to that victory. Plus, obviously, after coming off a tough loss to Penn State, they're going to be angry. So they're going to release all that anger on UCLA. And it is possible that the Bruins win. But if I had to put money on it, I would assume that the Huskies will bounce back. Lamar with the short game. No, you already did quit because you didn't take out T. Higgins, you know. You can't backpedal. You're not a corner, okay? You did quit because if you didn't quit, you wouldn't have left a guy in there with a 0 knowing that it was a 0. You quit. Plain and simple. 4th down and 6. Absolutely. You don't leave a guy in there with a fucking 0 knowing that he's not playing, right? That means you quit. And to say that you didn't quit is laughable. Elliott won't quit. Elliott's always going to play no matter what. Well, you know, if you get mad, you have to blame yourself, man. You know, it's not my problem that Devontae Adams ended up, you know, not playing well for you. You dropped him, I picked him up, got big points, and then the rest of your receivers ended up getting hurt, and then you decided to quit. That's exactly what fucking happened, you know. You know, don't try to backpedal when you know what it is and try to act like it's not what happened. Final score, Oregon Ducks 39, Maryland Terrapins 18. Shout out to all the people that liked, sub, donated, commented, shared. Third 10-0 start in Oregon Duck history. We'll be live tomorrow for the Texans and the Lions. And I appreciate every single one of y'all that liked, sub, donated, commented, shared. Appreciate you guys very, very much. And again, we will be live tomorrow for Sunday Night Football at 5 o'clock with the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. And I got one question for you. Well, you know, talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatic. Steele, welcome to the channel, and I'm out. Gang.